So
Okay.
I'm pushing the button.
Word.
Word to Big Bird.
Word.
Oh, hello. I saw
Oh.
that.
That was from the last time.
Oh, I weren't even in it. What am I? Chopped liver?
I think you were asleep. I think that was the problem.
Yeah, well, it was 2 a.m. when you started the call, to be fair. Hence, I sent the...
Not here. It wasn't 2 a.m. here.
Well, Prime Meridian. All right, remember that. Prime.
Pacific Standard Time. Standard Time.
Yeah, this is Greenwich Mean Time, because we're mean as fuck.
Ah, chef's kiss.
Hello, Jesse. The old mucker.
Wow, Mikey's just having fun.
Mikey's just live producing whilst we are live.
Uh-oh, it didn't go off. Could go off at any moment.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, we do not. What's going on? Unbelievable. It's just Mikey's
You think it's a game?
It's just Mikey's inner thoughts. That's all it is. He just can't articulate them properly.
It's like people who only respond. It's like people who only respond in GIFs.
Yeah.
If you
I
only
hate
how
them.
ridiculous
I hate
that
them
statement
people.
is, you wouldn't have said it.
Oh, good old Andrew Neil. Turn my fan down. It's a bit loud.
But them's the breaks.
Let's not talk about that fucker.
Are you just going through your entire catalog right now, Mikey?
I think it's a really major mistake and an insult to me.
We're talking about her, aren't we, today?
I'm sorry, and that I have made mistakes.
I don't
No one
need
knows
to
who that
talk.
is.
I don't need to talk anymore. I can just like program
So
in all
you're
of my
basic-
shit.
You're doing a gimmick infringement on Bumblebee, aren't you? Just talking through the radio.
I'll never have to talk again. You guys didn't
You'll never have to waste your voice on us.
my
your precious,
my precious
your precious
voice.
vocal cords.
I only have-
rest.
I only ha-
talk again.
I only have so many words I can say per day. I keep
Okay.
myself on a word diet. Ooh, that's what we should start doing, huh? Word diets.
Uh-oh.
Every time, after so many times of pissing people off online, you get a word limit on all platforms. Like, all right, man, you're blocked on
So-
Facebook, Twitter, and Rumble. We're only gonna give you you're only gonna get 14 characters today. Use them well. And then after that, your keyboard just don't work. Don't try to order food later on in the day. You should have thought about that.
I'll start using journalist shorthand where it's just squiggles.
It's not my fault you live on Washington Boulevard. You get 14 characters. Food's not making it to your house.
So is this now like the new Black Mirror episode?
Mhm.
Is where you get a word limit per day?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, should we intro the show? Hello, everyone. This is the BIM Podcast. I am here with Brenna. over
No.
there in Orange County. What?
You don't see me.
Oh, I do see you.
You don't see me.
Hold
Oh,
on.
you're not John Cena.
Hold on. Let me put my let's touch USB ponytails together. I see you.
And they were the dulcet tones of Mikey Famine, who has just told everyone that we're not going to be hearing his voice so much anymore because he's got lots of sort of things, which I'll applaud. But yeah, we're back again. It's Binge Day, and we've got a lovely show for you. We're going to be dissecting the news and giving our take on it in our layman's way. So, how is everyone?
Patreon.com/The Bin Podcast.
Yes.
Word.
Patreon.com/The Bin Podcast.
I got
Give us
bills to
some money.
pay. I got mouths
Yeah.
to feed. Ain't nothing
Mhm.
in this life for free. Well, the show's for free. Most
Yeah.
of the show.
So-
Most of the shows. Most of the shows.
So-
We're not. If you're on Patreon, then you know about the other shows, and I don't even have to tell you about
I'm trying to see how Brenner was doing, Mikey. You're talking all over.
them. Sorry, just trying to get some cash for our bills.
Go
You
do
didn't.
some
You
fucking
didn't
busting.
say it.
He's just trying to prostitute himself out for us.
Also, we got
Exactly.
a Wayne Skivvy calendar coming out soon.
Yep. All of my pictures from 2009.
Would do.
That
I
was
wonder if the
literally
patrons.
half this size.
I wonder if the
Nice.
patrons would take a picture of us and our underwear, like not us in our underwear, but just like me, and then like a pair of my boxers on the bed or on a hanger or something. You know.
Mm. It's a bit niche.
Well, I don't think they'll have a choice. I mean, we already got them. Like this is
Yeah.
their reward. Ha! You get a calendar of me.
And already we're running an advert, right? But right now we're running an advert, so no one can see us.
No.
Yeah,
Well.
these advertisements are getting a little out of hand.
I don't care
Oh,
as long as
yeah.
they give us some money.
I do care. I turned them off on my channel. I forgot that's what I was going to talk to you guys about. I turned them off because I made $4 on my channel where I stream probably 10 times as much as the bin. I have
Mhm.
so many hours in. So with all of those hours, $4. And right now I'm trapped in a 6 ad loop, which means
Mhm.
whoever just chopped in is going to miss the first 3 minutes of whenever you know what I mean? So
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean,
if
I've
if it's less than $5, then we're getting rid of it because it's not fucking worth it to piss everybody off who comes to support us.
yeah, because we're basically just speaking into the internet right now.
No, we have
So-
this is a recording, so it's gonna go on to
I know. It's just
it's going on to
Bugger.
YouTube.
it's a bugger when we're live, though. You see, you can tell we're live, ladies and gentlemen. We're just sitting there watching our monitors and going, "Oh, for fuck's sake, another advert." Where you all on YouTube can see us. Hello. Look at
I
our
mean, I
pretty
could. I mean,
faces.
I guess
You
I
in the
could.
distant future,
I guess I could
Mhm.
edit this. Hello, future people.
or
Yeah.
in the past, depending on how you're looking at it. What perspective?
Don't be
you-
looking
Yeah.
at us in the past.
Yeah, it is like an episode of Black Mirror.
The past better not be staring at us. Oh my god, what if you could see the future but not interact with it?
Mm,
Yeah, this is Black Mirror already.
yeah. Has anyone seen any of the new series?
Nope.
No, I've
Alright.
only been through a few episodes recently. They're
Oh,
way
really?
too scary. Like,
Oh, they just get more and more dystopian. I love it.
Sounds like my
Like-
kind of show. Should I watch it so it can get canceled?
No, stay the fuck
please
away.
don't, please don't. Like,
Kicking it off
Dude,
tomorrow.
no, the thing is, it's not that you have to start watching it. You have to start getting into it,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
then
If
it
I have
gets
to,
canceled.
that's true. Once I really fall
Ah.
for it, that's when I'm
Yeah.
really kicked in the
But
nuts.
Brenner, the thing is, because they're standalone episodes, maybe we might be able to get away with it. Because when Mikey starts watching a series where he's got to get into it, so standalone episodes, we could be all right.
Yeah.
The curse of
What
Mikey
we
Family.
should do is we should pick the episodes that Mikey won't really like, so that it's more
Mhm.
like you just have to because we say so, and then the really good ones we can't let him see
Yeah. So don't watch
because
the
then
Star
he
Trek
get
one.
into it, and we can't do that.
Yeah, don't watch the Star Trek one.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
No, don't
Oh no!
don't
Now,
look at
now,
it. Don't look
Oh.
at it. Look away.
Oh
Look
no!
away, Mikey.
Mikey,
Look
Mikey,
away.
nothing for you to see here. Brenna, block him.
Ooh, a
Block him.
smiley face. Oh.
No.
Yeah. Oh, and then you
They-
put that back on. That's even more horrific.
I think it's a really major mistake and an insult to me.
You hold your tongue.
Today, I'd like
Sue
to
me,
announce
bitch.
that I'm writing an appropriations rider to defund Jack Smith's special counsel, his office, and the investigation. This is a weaponized government attempt to take down the top political enemy and leading presidential candidate of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
She can't even pretend to be a human.
No.
She's trying to be people real hard right now.
Can't.
I think she's a scroll.
She's just reading your script, lady. I get it, but damn, that was half-hearted. I gotta.
Put some soul into it. Put some real
Yeah.
emotion behind
Come on, love.
it.
Lift it off the page. Lift it off the page. Come on. Get to the back of the room.
No, she's just and the former president.
She's
Oh,
like one of them 80s like animatronics.
Yeah.
Shh.
Sparks shooting out. She's a clone.
She's-
Yesterday
She's
on
not real. She's
Yeah,
not real.
yesterday on Speaking from the Center, against my best wishes, Tim asked Chat GPT to write him a script for a 5-minute podcast, and we cold opened the show with it.
Oh Jesus.
Oh no. I'm gonna have to go
It's-
back and listen to that.
It is. I'll clip it. I'm gonna clip it up separate, but it is. Well, you'll just have to see it. You'll just have to see it.
We
Uh-oh.
cannot
I look
allow
forward to it.
the government to be weaponized for political purposes.
Oh really? Really,
You
Marjorie
heard her.
Taylor Greene?
You heard
Really?
MTG seems to have been zapped with one of the old, what's it, the old Men in Black things. She seems to have forgotten the last 4 years.
I almost said nebulizer. I'm like, that's not right.
No.
Neuralizer.
Normalizer. Is it normalizer?
No,
Ne-
neuralizer.
Normalizer. Oh, well, it's been a long time.
Normalizer. No, the normalizer might actually work in this case. We could actually bring her back
She-
to a normal.
You know what? Bring them both. Bring
Yeah,
them both.
One of them will work on her. One of them.
And or just a syringe full of air. That'd be fine.
I'd also like to ask all of my colleagues to join me in this effort. We have to use the power of appropriations to stop the weaponization of government.
That's literally what you're doing. You said, I want to defund somebody's committee
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
because they're being mean and they're
They're
using their
being mean. They're being mean to a presidential frontrunner, right? That's what she
Yeah.
said, which means that it's inherently political. That what she's doing.
Yep.
She's not
Especially-
doing it because he's a valued member of society. No, he's a political person. So yeah, she's wrong.
political fleshlight.
Especially in light that we know that there are others who are guilty of true crimes. Never forget that former
Whoa, true crime. Hey, I like that show. Now, that was a good show. True crime. Or no, True Detective. Woo, True Detective. Did you see that HBO?
No.
Oh my God. With Matthew McConaughey and fucking Woody Harrelson?
Yeah.
Season
what
one?
Isn't that the one where each season was like a completely different thing? Like
Yeah.
new cast members, new
Yeah.
time periods, new
Director.
locations.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that
like,
like
it was
American Ghost Story? Like when they each season they do is a different, but in American Ghost Story, no, American Horror Story.
No,
where they
not
have,
like that.
oh, okay.
This was like, it's like 3 seasons and like 3 separate stories.
Oh, okay.
It's like what was that?
you guys
Like
got
like Fargo, right? Fargo, the TV series. They kind of did that too, where each
Never.
season was like completely different.
separate.
Yeah, like they're
let's-
just separate.
I mean, if
seasons.
you guys want to do a group watch of another show, I'm more than happy to go back through True Detective season 1 one more again. It's that good. But I know y'all
Which-
will just get me to watch the show again and then no one will watch it with me.
Well, it's already finished now, so you can't get it cancelled.
I'm still waiting for Star Trek, Mikey.
Look, we have one episode left of Better Call Saul. Oh,
Oh,
what a show. God, this show is just so good. Anyway, back to
our favourite.
No.
what am I gonna say about her today? I'll keep it.
Secretary of State and Senator Hillary Clinton had classified documents on Anthony Weiner's laptop.
I mean, is this like a Mad Lib kind of situation?
Perhaps.
Where they get into a room, they have the script written out, but like
Adjective.
like a Democratic politician,
proper pronoun.
Recent scandal, adjective,
Adjective.
and they just like roll dice and be like, okay, who's going into this, and that's what she did.
Brenna, you know they can't read dice.
every single reporter that they've, or every correspondent that they've had over here, to talk about the whole Trump situation, the first thing they do is exactly what she's done. So Piers Morgan had who's your woman who said it was a public service announcement at the rally? One with a short hair. I forget her name.
Carrie Lake.
That's her. Piers Morgan had her on, and as soon as he started,
of course he did.
As soon as he started asking about Trump, she went, "Well, the real criminal is in the White House right now." Oh, for fuck's sake, answer the question. She's doing exactly the same. She's like, "Well, what about? Shut the fuck up and answer a question." Jesus Christ. And then they had someone with...
I'll answer your question when you answer me this, Wayne. What about Hillary's emails, goddammit?
Exactly. Fucking, come on, change your fucking record.
When
the
you
thing
do
is,
it.
like Marjorie Taylor Greene is in, she's in front of Congress, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you get like Carrie Lake or somebody who's in front of news reporters or whatnot. Like they're just giving her a platform. They're giving the crazies a platform. And then it turns into Marjorie Taylor Greene. And then it just cycles through. Like you get the crazies in front of the TV and that's all they want to do is be in front of the TV. That's what she's doing. That's what Marjorie Taylor Greene is doing. That's all she's doing is she's like, look, I'm in TV. I have to say something so that you continually put me on TV.
The thing that frustrates me, though, no, but the thing that really frustrates me, apart from the whataboutery, it's here is a question. It's a nice, neatly packaged question. You, instead of obfuscating and going off on this little fucking fantasy trail, why don't these reporters just keep coming back? Just keep repeating the question. Right. Answer the question.
Because it makes for bad radio when they don't answer.
Mm-hmm.
It's just arse. But and it also exposes them. Completely expose them for the frauds that they are.
I mean, good journalists will sit there and hold people's feet to the fire, but
yeah, but the problem is when they do that, they don't get access after that. That's why
the people won't come back, and then they just well, I mean,
because they know they're going to get a hard time. Like Jeremy Paxman famously was famous. That's not even worthy of that. Jeremy Paxman.
No, they were.
You said hard time.
They need a hard. Yeah. They're gonna have a hard time.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mikey. My mind is not in the gutter at all times. But yeah, Jeremy Paxman. It was like
a white. And it never will be. And it never will be with that attitude.
Redo the layout.
Yeah, we can't. We can't see a.
Yeah, that's it. And something about this beautiful face is not as prevalent as it should be.
Oh, I know what you're referring to.
I can't say it online.
I know what you're. Allow me to help.
There you go. Thanks, Mikey. You're the
you.
only one who can.
Take these gloves off.
Help me, Mikey Famine. You're my only hope.
Sell these on the internet.
All right.
Hello, Tim.
Hi.
That guy.
Tim, introduce yourself to the peoples.
They know who I am.
Don't do it, Tim. It's a trap. Hi, I'm Tim. I'm Troy McClure. You might have seen me from the previous episode on this YouTube channel. Speaking from
Wait,
the
hold
center.
on. ChatGPT wrote this for me. Hold on.
Oh,
Oh
no. God damn it,
No,
Tim.
no,
You're
no.
going to give Mikey a heart attack.
God, you stay off that devil website.
That is so much fun.
Beelzebub sponsored by.
It's so
Oh my
bad.
God. Skynet, people.
That
Skynet.
is Skynet, man.
Skynet.
Not doing too well. So don't worry.
I'm gonna go live out in the fucking woods next to a stream with my family, and we're gonna fucking hide from the robots.
Oh, they'll find you. Your heat signature.
That's when we get into
Yep.
That's when we get into the cool water from the glacier. It hides us. My family's
You're
been here
gonna-
for generations.
You're
If
gonna be like
anybody
Arnie.
here knows about robots, it's going to be me, and I'm going to say, Mikey, you're not safe. So guess
Wow.
what?
This
You're
is
gonna,
where-
you're gonna have to
they
accept
got
it.
that's because they got a girl on the inside.
Brenda's going to program a drone with your DNA.
Right. She just, Mikey, come on over for some whiskey. Let's have some whiskey. And
Yeah.
then she just grabs the glass, fucking puts it in a
Oh,
baggie,
Mikey, do
fucking
you
off
think
to,
it's-
hands
Look,
it out,
I'm-
hands it out
it's
to
not
out
me
the,
who's going to be trying to tempt you. It's going to be me trying to tempt your wife.
yeah, that's
Oh.
true.
So,
Hold
you
on,
know
let me
what?
finish.
You-
Let me finish my goof with the bag. So then you take the glass, put it in a thing, put your hand out the window, and then a drone comes and picks it up and flies it off to a laboratory somewhere. And the cloning begins.
Hmm. It's going to be fun.
We will have many of him.
Yeah, but none of them will have a belly button.
I don't have a belly. Never mind.
who was convicted of sexting a minor, inappropriate pictures.
Well,
Well,
who
yeah.
else in Congress? Matt
already know all
Gates.
that.
Matt Gates.
Mm,
Matt Gates.
I
yeah,
mean,
big square-headed prick.
I assume like just half of them,
Yeah.
just in general, just
And
half
didn't-
of them.
And didn't the same front runner for the Republican Party, didn't he just pay like a bunch of money?
Yeah.
Because he said that he. So what about like this is all bad. Stop bringing. She's like accidentally projecting all the stuff that her party's guilty
Yeah.
of, and it's all coming out at once. Let's run it back.
It's
Just-
funny because the
just so
things
Brennan
that
can hear.
like we've actually like the Democrats have actually convicted our own people of, they're not going to convict their own people of. Like they're doing it at far greater rates, and yet they won't touch them. They
Rough.
can't.
Rafael Cruz's fucking beard should have brought up charges and a recall. There should have been an
I mean-
immediate recall in his state. What the
Swami.
what the fuck is that on your face? Get out of here.
Today, I'd like to announce that I'm writing an appropriations rider to defund
So, what's an appropriations rider? I'm glad you're here, Tim. What's that mean?
Oh, it's an amendment to an appropriations bill. Appropriations bills are bills that fund things. So like a bill to like fund a program or just like fund the government in general. Because all of any bill that starts with the government needs money for something
Right.
has to start in the House of Representatives. So appropriations bills are just funding bills for programs and whatnot.
So she's just trying to bully the Congress into not paying up for it.
Well, this particular tactic is known as a poison pill amendment. It's designed to sink whatever bill is being proposed, and people do it all the time when they want to just fuck with things.
So everyone's in agreement here about us having the same time. Now I'm just gonna add my little amendment that that we'll
Exactly,
start
yeah,
at
that's
the
exactly
that,
what it
that
is.
we're all gonna start at the same time, and all of you will pay me $1,000. Let's vote on this. Everybody in favor?
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
can't can't just change it at the end so that we're all gonna agree with it. No. This amendment's not.
So
going
is
through.
is that kind of a way of filibustering, but like by using these kind of little amendments just to knock it down the road a little bit?
No,
At the end of the
usually.
day-
It's not for knocking it down the road. Usually, it's for killing whatever bill is being proposed. The
Okay.
filibusters are if you want something changed or you don't like it, or you just have some sort of opposition to whatever bill's being proposed. This is more of a I'm going to kill this as quickly as possible
Right.
sort of thing.
The bitch.
Jack Smith, special counsel,
Murderer.
his office in the investigation. This is a weaponized government attempt to take down the top political enemy and leading presidential candidate of the United States, Donald J. Trump. We cannot allow.
Is he still winning? How's he doing in the polls after all this shit?
He's more popular than any of the other Republicans by far.
Mm.
Mm.
But he seems to have collected lots of ballots himself because he had all them boxes in his house with all the ballots in.
Well, no, Wayne. Those were national secrets that he had
Yeah,
in those
those-
boxes.
Oh, right.
Those are our nuclear codes. Thanks, Wayne.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maps of military operations that he
Hey,
just randomly
hey,
showed people.
Hey, Wayne, you remember the
I
knock
think
list
even-
from
what-
Mission
didn't
Impossible?
Kid Rock
That was
say
in there
that
too.
He got to see a map.
Probably.
I think
He
Kid
did-
Rock said that he was able to see a map when he was
Oh
visiting
my
the White
god,
House.
if fucking Kid Rock goes to fucking Fed for
imagine?
fucking breach of
Ima-
classified documents, that would be so
Imagine
perfect.
there's Donald Trump eating his steak and ketchup. Hey, Kid Rock, want to see something cool? He's showing him
I
the other on
actually
attack
think-
plans.
Wayne, I actually think that happened.
Wayne, how did you have a transcript of that conversation?
Yeah, I think that actually happened. From
MI6,
what Kid Rock
MI6,
said.
he's in the front
I'm
room, front room,
compromised, I'm
front room.
Yeah.
I've been made.
Taking
you-
the pill. Taking
Wayne-
the pill.
When you have a red light now going from your
That's the green
chest onto your forehead. No, sniper.
The government to be weaponized for political purposes. I'd also like to ask all of my colleagues
This is
join
the
me.
decorum moment that she had.
Yeah.
Like
Decorum.
weaponizing the government for political purposes.
Everyone is under their
down.
everyone is under their chairs right now.
Yeah.
Just can't breathe.
They're just like rolling
my
around.
God.
Yeah.
They're crying. It's everybody's red faced. They're like, oh, that's so cute. She thinks she's people.
Everyone's spitting out their water.
Effort.
There's just a cloud.
Someone set the sprinklers off.
It's like Rainforest Cafe in here.
We have to use the power of appropriations to stop the weaponization of government, especially in light
That's what you're
that we
doing.
know that there are
That's
others who are
exactly what you're
guilty of true crimes. Never forget that former Secretary of State and Senator Hillary Clinton had classified documents on Anthony Weiner's laptop,
She
who
wanted to
was
say Weiner.
convicted of sexting a minor, inappropriate pictures. This is not how classified documents should be handled. There should have been an investigation done into
There
it.
was.
What is she
Uh,
talking about?
Literally.
There was.
Don't keep up.
Did she
She
forgot?
doesn't even. I'm telling you, they did a Mad Lib in their
Yeah.
last meeting. That's
Yeah.
all they did was just they chat GPT'd her
That's what
entire
this
thing.
is. That's what this is. If anyone starts talking
Create
utter nonsense
create
like
a
this-
political
Oh
scandal.
man, hold on, I gotta see this.
God damn it, Tim, stop feeding it information.
I just
think
want to
it's
see
the
if it'll
opposite.
write a Marjorie Taylor Greene speech.
Don't forget Joe Biden's documents that are sitting in his garage next to his Corvette where the door opens and closes. America sees
What? Where
I-
So they investigated that.
Where the
Yeah.
door opens and closes.
Yeah, how else you gonna get the car in and out, my darling?
Wait, is it?
Dude,
wait,
it's
isn't
a
that
door, not a wall.
Isn't that the definition of a door?
So think of the
Hmm.
wall, but just part of it opens and closes. We commonly call those doors. What the fuck?
Well, sometimes we call them windows.
Yeah,
It's
if
true.
it's made out of glass and it's up a little bit higher, maybe you're not.
No, if
meant
it's
to
if
go
it's
in and
over
out of it.
60%, if it's over 60% glass, it's classed as a window.
So there you go, Marge. What are you talking about, girl? What time is it?
Yeah.
Was she at the bottle? What's going on?
Investigation done into that. Don't forget Joe Biden's documents that are sitting in his garage.
Next to his sweet fucking vet.
Yeah.
Oh, remember that vet?
Oh, yeah.
It's a sick car.
Oh, that's a Neil
I know,
Armstrong would have drove that car.
And you see that the video, right, of his garage, and you're like, you're not even looking at the documents.
Yeah. Well, that tiny little box on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Fuck it,
yeah,
dude.
those-
Turn it on.
Boxes, yeah.
Turn it over.
Let me hear that
Wow.
sweet V8.
Let me hear that gurgling V8.
Next to his Corvette, where the door opens and
Wait. Yeah.
closes. America sees this for exactly what it is, and we will not allow it to stand.
people, no.
I yield back the remainder of my time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
You're
Girl. Ooh, nice. You got
There
the
it is.
Burberry. The Burberry.
Ah.
The Burberry.
So I had ChatGPT write this speech, and wow, it is Marjorie Taylor Greene all the way. Damn.
Really?
Yeah, I'll send it to you guys. It's funny.
No, don't you send me that fucking virus.
You're getting more.
Send it to him on LimeWire.
No, no. fucking bear share.
That's it. Fucking hell.
Get 100% guaranteed way to fucking brick your CPUs to fucking download some shit from BearShare. Fucking ruin your shit.
Computer aids.
Oh my
You're
god.
just trying to download some Limp Bizkit and you got computer aids.
I just can't afford the new Taking Back Sunday album. I just wanted a couple songs. And now my computer is blue screened. Blue screen de la muerte. All right, so we were
Back in
talking
the-
about this. We talked about this on Speaking from the Center a little bit yesterday. That box down there is going to drive me crazy. Nope, wrong one. Where is it? This one.
I just want to say, by the way,
Uh-huh.
this fucking guy, why does he look so ridiculous?
It's his persona.
Yeah, but it's dumb.
That's his gimmick. He wears
The
the body armor.
mustache,
The mustache he grew. That is his.
yeah, the mustache and the hair and like the
It's a
reflective
wig.
sunglasses,
It's a wig.
I think he looks
whatever
a
it
bit like,
is.
I think he looks a bit like Mark Marrow.
He looks like Magnum PI if he
Yes.
was from the future.
Yes. Future PI.
He looks dumb.
Magnum
looks
P, and then it's like the little apple eye.
He looks like a gamer that's just built his own skin in real life. That's all.
It looks like he shouldn't be left around children.
I wouldn't.
Or women.
You hear this? You hear this fucking guy's mouth, and the fact that he shoots up steroids before every stream. Yeah.
He does?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And like the thing, the thing is, the dude is such an anomaly and a weird motherfucker. Like he went to the Chiefs fucking thing and threw a ball 70 yards. He's 6'5". He's claimed to have like a 40-something inch vertical. He shoots steroids before his streams. He drives a lamp he's weird. Like this dude's
So,
something's
He's
off.
like that. What's the name of that guy that everybody hates?
Elon Musk.
No, the guy who's like super misogynistic. He's currently being held in prison in Romania.
Oh, Tate.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew Tate. Yeah.
He sounds like that
Tate.
guy.
He's not that bad though.
All right.
Wow.
Dr. Disrespect is not as bad as Andrew Tate.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Andrew Tate wasn't that bad.
No.
Fucking hell.
No,
I
no,
was like,
no,
Michael, we need to have a
I'm
word
like,
after the show.
Is that rumor?
No. But anyway, yesterday we talked about it on Speaking from the Center for a little bit. About what's going on with Nick Merckx, Tim the Tapman, Activision, and generally Call of Duty. This is Dr. Disrespect's response to them removing Nick Merck's skin, and I'll explain that in a second.
If you don't
What
know
is
the
actually
news,
his skin?
yesterday, it just blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. That Call of Duty, Activision made the decision to pull Nick Merckx's skin and bundle off the game.
Oh no.
You know, Camp.
Why did they pull it, you ask, Wayne?
Say it.
Why did you pull it, Precious?
Because completely unprompted, one of the two gentlemen who got a bundle package, you go down to the place, they do like the little 3D scan and get your shit so that you have a character in the game or whatever. So Nick decides for no reason to write, what was it, Tim? It was they should leave children alone. That's the real problem.
It was some fucking conservative dog whistle bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
And that was said in response to someone saying, let everyone live their own life.
Yeah.
And then posted a video of people fighting outside of like that school district or a school board meeting about whether or not to have pride in their school district. June recognizes pride in their school district. So he says, well, they should just leave kids alone. Who is they? Who is they?
Actual pedophiles, like religious leaders.
But it seems to be the lady
conservative
too
politicians.
Much because how many of these people that are raging against, leave the kids alone, there's this cabal of international paedophiles and all that, and then how many of them turn out to be nonces themselves? It's like them,
like
them gay, like them gay conversion therapy people.
So here's my question.
Actual groomers.
So follow me on this. So Republicans don't want people to be gay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But they also don't want people to have sex.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So when people have sex and then they have a baby and people don't want the baby, they say
not allowed to have an abortion.
No abortions. Right. So then they say you need to give the baby up for adoption. Right. So then they give up the baby for adoption, and then a gay couple adopts the baby. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Then the baby goes to school. Right. And then the kid is not allowed to say that they have two dads.
Yep.
Right. So then the kid gets in trouble for trying to sexualize everybody because he has two dads. Right. So now the kid is the problem because he's adopted, and I need to punish him. And I don't want to respect or show any kind of deference to his family structure, right? Because I'm the one who asked his family to take care of these children in the first place, right? So I don't know any gay people having babies and making fucking cisgendered straight people, making them raise the kids for them. I don't see a lot of that happening, but I see a lot of it the other way, where the LGBTQ plus community has really stepped up when it comes to taking care of those kids that y'all say that shouldn't exist, right? Yeah. They're just supposed to live in this vacuous area between you and Jesus, and they're just supposed to be fine forever. No, there's motherfuckers with boots on the fucking ground, with shit up their fucking fingernails, with vomit in their hair, getting screamed and cussed at by teenagers. And they do that shit every day. They're parents. So now the school wants to recognize them as fucking parents because they are. And now they're attacking other people's kids just so that they can be allowed in the school. Can I have my fucking picture on the wall too? Without it being a fucking controversy? If I had a husband and we're raising a young man or a young lady, I can't have my picture on the wall like everyone else's mommy and daddy. If my kid draws me and my husband, now my kid's in trouble. Now we've created an incident. We are doing what you told us to do.
Yeah, it's a circular firing squad. You can't win whatever way you go. It's this weird pinch movement. They want you to have the kid, but then when you have the kid and you have to give it up for adoption, they don't want to look after that kid through Social Security because they want to cut that. So this kid ends up in some children's home, but they don't want the kid to be in a children's home because they think these children's homes are bad and this is where all the nonsense go.
A lot of them are bad. Foster care is really, really struggling in this country.
Yeah.
It's awful.
That's what I'm saying. So these poor kids are being born into a place where they are not wanted, and then they get put into this.
Think about
facility.
Think about the kid. Think about the kid. You're 6, 7 years old. You get adopted. it's a lovely gay couple, and you're having the time of your life. You are loved. You have your own room. You get to go to a new school. Everybody's so nice to you. And now you draw daddy and daddy on a picture, and there's a whole incident.
So
Now your parents are accused of being nasty.
So years ago, I worked at elementary school, and in our district we had a young transgender girl, right? Changed her name, dressed in dressed as a girl, acted every girl. Like this was a girl. She still is a girl. So she came back to our school because of the way that you can change schools, because we have that school choice thing. So she was at another school and she wanted to come to our school, and which of course, like, great school. We were in a great school, but the only people that had a problem with a transgender young woman in the school was not the kids,
right?
Was not the teachers, was not the administration. It was the parents. The parents were the ones that had a problem. All her friends were having a good time. All her friends were enjoying her being back. All her teachers were perfectly fine. All the teachers were fine with her. To the point where the parents were petitioning the district to require her not to use the girls' bathroom, but to use the all gender nurses' bathroom, which means no matter where she was, she had to go walk down to the nurses and walk into that one.
That kind of chimes with that story recently over in the States.
That's happening. That's happening as of today, to a point where it's become violent. Like this girl she's just a student. She's in elementary school. And all she wanted to do was, there were parents pulling their kids out of the school because a transgender girl was studying there, was learning there, was running around on the playground there.
Oh no, that's how it spreads. The monkey bars.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody was fine with, like, the name change was fine. The dressing was fine. Like, none of us cared at that school. The only people who cared were parents.
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. It chimes with that story recently of that transgender girl that went all through high school. As a girl, everyone accepted her. A few parents kicked off, and she was told that she had to graduate in male gendered clothing. Couldn't go in a dress, anything like that. She was told specifically she had to go by the school in gender specific clothing. And it's just like, why is everyone's been fine with me all the way through high school. Everyone's been cushy. Now when it comes to graduation, you can't dress as you always have. And it's just one of them things.
And now it's become violent.
Yeah.
Now it's become threatening. Like, it's not just, oh, I don't want you going to school with this horrible word, right? Depending on what it is. Like, it's no longer, it's not just that, it's we need to take, this child needs to be gone, this child is wrong, and then they need to be punished. So now
so says God.
So I mean, that's the way that we go. Now the problem is what is the recourse for this? How do we prevent this? We are in Pride Month, right?
Yes.
It's a big deal for the LGBTQ community. We're talking about intersectionality, which is very important to the LGBTQ community. And celebration is a big part. we have pride parades, we have pride balls, we have events that are taking place. I'm going to one tomorrow where it's curling with during Pride Month, where it's going to be LGBTQ people curling. Like, this is a thing that people do, and we celebrate it. But the violence and the vitriol has come to a point where even in liberal California,
Liberal my
Democratic, we're facing this kind of stuff.
You got Arnold Schwarzenegger for a governor. Liberal my ass.
Get to the chopper.
You got the governor. Get the fuck out of here.
That was because that whole election was a circus. So that was my first election was the recall election. Yeah.
That's funny.
That was the first election I was able to vote in was the Governor Gray Davis recall, which brought on Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I did not vote for the recall. I voted against the recall.
So it's your fault.
So
Mikey,
quite the opposite.
It's all falling into place. The AI, the governor, Brenner and her drones,
Skynet.
Yeah, confirmed.
Fucking nailed it.
I mean, just imagine. I mean, he's one of us. He's one of us streamers.
What's that mean? Huh.
Streamers, right? I mean, to get your own skin and bundle and that whole
money.
Collaboration.
Yeah, money.
On the biggest.
Money. The money they gave you.
All that sweet, sweet money.
That sweet, filthy lucre you're getting.
Franchise out there and be one of the first to do it in Call of Duty. That's such.
I wonder what armor. Nick Merckx also has an Under Armour shoe because he works out, I guess. I wonder if Under Armour has pulled him. Tim, can
Where
you
the
check
fuck
that?
is my? Where's my shoe?
I would like a gaming clog.
What the fuck is his name?
Nick Merckx.
You know, and he worked hard.
I don't want to Google
years
this.
And years built it.
Well, just see if he has an Under Armour deal or if they're dropping him.
He's a great representation of a streamer gaming, you know? And just like that, he made it.
Yeah, there you go. So they had like the video of the protest, and then it said, "This happened 4 blocks away from my Overwatch League apartment. Americans are in a sad place right now. Let people love who they love and live their own life." And then he said they should leave little children alone. That's the real issue.
Nah, he still got his shoes. He made $15 million last year on his shoes.
Fucking capitalism.
So
Glendale, that's not too far.
So he doubles down and triples down, and yeah, here we go.
Got it in there, and they pull it down. That's a fucking tough one, man.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
That's a tough one. For what again? So what I got to do?
Somebody's being held accountable for their shitty things that they say.
Oh man,
I've only been getting bits and pieces of this over the week.
Oh, he's
uninstall the game. Number one.
Why all the online people have been talking about Activision this week?
Yes.
Activision lose. Activision and fucking Bud Light and all this sort of stuff.
Activision Blizzard just put out Diablo 4. They're not going to lose any money.
They're not losing any sleep.
My women's gaming groups are all for Diablo 4 right now. Like, it's just covered in Diablo 4.
And
I don't think that's a problem, especially because you need a large group, right? For movies, videos, you need a large swath of the population in order to invest. So if you lose out on like women, that's half the population will not play your video games. So these kind of masculine, ultra masculine games added on with ultra masculine people talking about it or being on the comm with it, you're gonna lose half the population.
Hey,
and half the population will not care. So Diablo 4 is going to live on because women are going to be playing it just as much as the men are.
what day did this happen? Like, do we know? Like, what day did they start this
Just
whole Activision
closed
thing?
it. Fuck, hold on.
Because
I
I want
think
to
it
prove a
was-
point here. I want to prove a point.
I think it was last week because I
Six-
started seeing
6-8.
Okay, on
week.
June 8th, Activision stock price was $80. Today, their stock price is $81.45.
Yeah, they're fine. They're
That'll
doing
learn
okay.
you.
That's fine.
So
You're bad for
oh,
business,
I'm
Bucko.
sure you're right.
You were bad for business. Get him out of
So
here.
so actually these kind of toxic males are actually, are actually bad for business. So yeah, they have to lose these toxic males.
Yeah, but it's been a pattern ever since the old Colin Kaepernick thing. You know, when you get all these idiots like burning their shoes, and then Nike sided with Colin Kaepernick,
Did
and
he just say Nike?
know,
I gotta go.
it's Nike isn't. It's British, man. Come on. And there's no asterisk above the E, so it's still Nike.
It's not night. No, it's a
Latin.
goddess.
Just Nike.
No.
I ain't got the accent over the E, so I'm not having it.
Oh no,
What do you-
Mikey,
what do you
I
wanna-
can't do it.
what do you
I
want,
can't
a
do it
umlaut?
anymore.
You
Look,
want an umlaut for no reason?
look, we make fun of his language, but this is ridiculous. This
It's
is
like it's
you know
Porsche.
what?
It's Porsche. It's not Porsche.
no.
It is
no.
Porsche.
See, this
it is Porsche.
this is a
German.
personal attack
You
on
live
my
closer
person.
to Germany than we do.
It's pronounced aluminum.
Yeah, tell him, Tim.
You know,
Tell
you
him,
fucked
Tim.
up.
Tell him what's up.
Aluminium.
It's pronounced aluminum.
Aluminium. And there's a U in colour, you filthy bastards.
No, there's
No.
not.
Stop wasting
No.
U's.
Allure.
Yeah.
And it's pronounced cinnamon.
Yeah, that's right.
just to clarify.
Just to clarify.
Yeah. Just to put that up, make sure that
Sim-
it's in
Simonin.
Ugh.
Dominion.
Don't be Simoning on this stream. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Number
Really?
of attempts to ban books.
Last thing on that, Dr. Disrespect shit. No one gives a fuck, and thank you guys. If you hate Pride Month, please uninstall your COD so the rest of us normal people can get some lobbies going.
It's like when the conservatives were like, we're not going to woke Disneyland anymore,
And Disney was like,
like, yeah, we're going to. They actually have a LGBTQ night that they actually put on the books. It's actually sponsored by Disney. This is like the first time ever, and everybody's feeling like you've got videos of LGBTQ people that were going to this. Like, I've never felt comfortable in my life before. Like
because Disney World's still in Florida.
because well,
Did you see those-
Disneyland is in California, and they had their
Did you see those
Pride-
DeSantis fans standing outside with their Nazi flags, and one of them replaced the swastika with a DeSantis face?
I was gonna say, you mean the Nazis that were
Yeah.
outside of Disney?
Yeah. Who'd have thunk we would be dealing with Nazis again?
Yeah, right.
I never. I thought it would have been aliens first, but Nazis.
You know, I
They
think it's-
tried. They tried.
I think it's very
But the
interesting
Nazis took it.
that the companies that don't capitulate to these people are absolutely fine, and the companies like Anheuser-Busch who capitulated to these people, like Bud Light is no longer the best-selling light beer in America. It's some other beer now.
Miller
like,
Lite.
Whatever it is, like Bud Light capitulated, and they took down all the ads and stuff that people were complaining about, and they're still not doing good business. Like, those people just want to complain, but like Activision's not going to give two shits. Disney doesn't give two shits.
It's relevant. It's like they're the people who are shooting Bud Light, but the Bud Light that they already purchased.
Exactly.
Is
They've
shooting
got
it.
their
It's
money.
relevant. It's the flavor of the week.
Well, and it's the same thing with Call of Duty. Like, they already paid for the game. They paid
Yeah.
up to $100 for Call of Duty.
And they had to spend $19.99 each because I had to get the Tim the Tap Man bundle.
Exactly. So like Activision already has your money, guys. You're the
Easy.
ones that got played.
Yeah, y'all got hustled. Then now you mad. Like, I'm uninstall the game. Bitch, you've been had. You're still here. The money
Your-
was on the nightstand. Get out of
Your
here.
data is still in the cloud.
Your Uber is downstairs. Why are you
Exactly.
talking to me? You're making him wait. Go.
You're laying there having a cigarette. I'm getting in the car. Bye-bye.
Nationwide, according to the American Library Association, there were 1,269 demands to censor library books and other resources in 2022. That's the highest number since the group began compiling.
Hold on a second. Wait a minute.
What?
Y'all motherfuckers went out and did 1,269 pieces of paper to get a book banned? Oh my God. Look at
Yeah.
this. Y'all, that's 10 a day, damn near. What are y'all up to? Y'all ain't got no jobs. Y'all bored? Are y'all
Yeah.
lonely? Do you
It's
need a
boring.
friend? Then fucking get on farmers.com, farmerswivesonly.com or some shit, because this is ridiculous. Y'all are bored. This is all this is. Y'all are bored.
Censorship data over 20 years ago.
They ain't even read that many books in their whole life, and they over here banning books. Like, let me shut up.
Earlier this week,
Literally,
Governor
they haven't
J.B.
read any
Pritzker
of those books.
They read like 6 books in their whole life. And you want to ban 1,000 books? You got a lot of nerve.
signed a first-of-its-kind law preventing book banning in Illinois.
Oh, JB Pritzker.
Do you look at that guy? Do you recognize him?
Yeah, old JB. Your man's he's a billionaire already. He he had to get his his taxes down, so he took all the toilets out of it. God damn it, Tim. Timothy.
Fucked your,
Screwing everything up, man.
he's just fucked your box.
Wow.
But your man's got all the toilets taken out of his mansion, so it was deemed inhabitable, so he wouldn't have to pay tax on it. It's like, really, bro?
Illinois. It allows the
They decided in the driveway.
state to withhold funding to public or school libraries that remove or restrict books due to partisan or personal disapproval. And joining us now is the man who initiated that bill, Illinois.
I mean, that's fine, but JB's real big on using his governor's pen. And then as soon as he does it, the Republicans in the state will take it immediately to the Illinois Supreme Court, and then it's just slap right back down. So this one should be okay, but he signs a lot of shit that get like that assault weapons ban. Yeah, that's still that's still tied up in the courts. It's not enforceable. That's why I was like, you can't do that. So I don't know why he's trying to do that. Like you can't just do that. But nice try though.
Secretary of State Alexi Giannoulias, thank you so much for being with us.
Alexi, I didn't know he was still knocking around. I remember him back in my stomping days.
Thanks for having me on.
So as the Secretary of State, some people...
One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
Might not know this, but you also serve as the state librarian. So
Wait, there's a state librarian?
I love that. Can I be your state librarian?
How'd you get that gig?
What the hell does a state librarian do? What are you gonna Dewey Decimal System all the libraries? Like that's what I figured that job is. You organize the libraries by author and code.
No, maybe when someone's book's overdue, he turns up on your doorstep. Excuse me.
He's collecting the fines. He's got the big stamp, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
just right on your forehead. Bang.
Yeah.
Preverts. Dirty little preverts.
I'm curious why you thought this bill
Stamp on the head, indeed.
was necessary.
Well, as the state's librarian and as the proud father of 3 little girls,
He has
seeing
the
what's
Lorax
happening.
in the background. I can recognize that one. And he has this book is gay. So he's doing his job.
Across the country was deeply troubling to me, and we thought, let's be proactive instead of reactive to some of these book bans. Look, both my parents are immigrants, and the United States of America has always stood as a beacon of freedom to the rest of the world. And that freedom extends and means the freedom to...
God, turn his game down, y'all. Shit. Just, I hear every fucking footstep.
It's only Good Morning America, right?
Jeez, you guys can't work out a fucking microphone setting?
learn and to share ideas. And
only national
book bans
news,
go
right?
against...
Like, I heard his fingertips rub against each other. Like, fucking shit, man. And then his voice is still quiet. You're using the camera mic, not this mic.
I was gonna say the microphone is actually pointed down on his lapel.
Yeah,
I think it's just the wrong direction.
Come on.
It's inside his jacket.
Yeah, it's all wrapped up in his tie.
Like,
Oh,
look,
this is good.
I used to mic people up. Even I know you don't do that.
Real quick, Adam Savage from Mythbusters, he when he was doing that tour with all those like science experiments and stuff, he engineered and he took his, let me go to here. He took his glasses and he like put a little drilled a couple little holes, and he had a little attachment there so that his mic could come up and slide in. And then he would just wear his glasses. And his microphone was like right here. And then he's like, oh, does it sound terrible? I was like, yeah, really can't tell the difference. And he's completely hands-free and all that stuff. And it's behind. I was like, damn. But of course, only Adam Savage was like, what if I just started drilling and screwing into my glasses and made an attachment for my microphone?
Yeah, but you'd end up with your Yeti hanging off the side.
Right. Only he could pull it off. Me, I would have like some bullhorn cacophony shit going on.
Now you need like a Britney Spears microphone that like
Right,
goes
that's
from
what he-
your ear to like right here.
That's
right?
what that's what he put
the old
into
Madonna
his,
mic.
Yeah, that's what he put into his glasses.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well,
ass.
because your voice goes like this, right? Goes
But it
out
gets
like
some
this.
of the because his glasses
The
are like-
vibration.
yeah, it picks up a lot of that. And I was like, God, so smart.
fundamentally go against what this country has always stood for.
So how will this new law work, and more importantly, how will you enforce it?
So what we've said is, look, we trust our librarians who have been harassed and intimidated.
This is the loudest library I've ever heard.
The likes of which they've never seen across the country. We trust our librarians
They
to
didn't
determine
get
what books
the
belong
room
in circulation in their libraries.
audio.
What we've said is, you will not get a state grant.
Look how happy that woman
if
is
your
on the left
library bans books. It's very simple. Books are in circulation. They can't be removed for doctrinal or partisan politics. And, you know, Ray Bradbury had a great quote. He said, if you really want to destroy a culture, you don't have to burn books. Just get people to stop reading them. And that's what these individuals are doing. They're trying to destroy our culture and cancel out other people's viewpoints and perspectives. And then,
Yeah, what's up with all this cancel culture from the right?
Mm.
I think banning a book
No.
is literally canceling culture.
It's protecting the children. Would somebody please think of the children?
Well, we had a similar incident over here recently where they was going to change
Any moment.
Roald Dahl's books.
Yeah.
They were going to change some of the language in Roald Dahl's books. Turned out it was a massive marketing ploy.
Won't somebody please think of the children?
It's a wild card.
I kind of like what like Stephen King was saying. Like if they're trying to ban books, you need to read them to figure out why they're banning the books. Like they're banning the books not because of like, you know, the anarchist cookbook kind of style where, you know, they're
Dangerous
trying to
information.
they're trying to change you, right? No, like I one of the things that I have decided to do this summer is read banned books. I read The
Rebel.
Bluest Eye, which is behind the state
Alexi.
librarian there.
Alexi Janulius, her new boyfriend.
Brenna's got a copy of Mein Kampf on the way.
Stop it.
That's a different type of banned book, and the right won't ban that book.
Funny that they won't ban Mein
Weird,
Kampf. Funny
Yeah.
that they won't ban it.
Very sure.
So
Why?
You know,
So
I should go to one of these Republican events and then ask them if they want to help me ban a book that the liberals have been talking about a lot. And then when they say yes, I'm like, it's Mein Kampf. And I want to see what they say. Jordan Klepper, get on it.
There's some places that are banning the Bible.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, what a turn that would be.
Yeah, they're banned. No, there's some that got them pulled because of the violence and the assaults.
The hard R word that's in there all the time.
Exactly. Yeah. So I read The Blue Sky, Toni Morrison, very good. I could tell why people want to ban it, and the language is strong, but I mean, a 15-year-old can handle it. I'm reading.
I mean, if the kid can dodge bullets, I'm sure that they can read a fucking book.
Yeah. I'm reading The Color Purple, which not only the Color Purple, which ended up being a Oprah Winfrey movie, turned into a very successful play.
Well, Whoopi Goldberg
actually is turning into another movie with and one of the actors that is going to be in it is the latest Little Mermaid.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's going to come out soon. So I'm really excited about. And this not only is this a banned book, but it's also perfect for Pride because it does deal with LGBTQ issues as well as race, as well as.
Have you seen The Little Mermaid?
Not yet.
I have.
How was it?
It's good. It was good.
Excellent.
It was good. Yeah, it was worth it.
I'm probably gonna babysit so Mama Bear can take her Mama Bear.
It's good.
Oh,
I went with my mom. I went with my mom, so it was
like old times.
It's basically what I was like. She was the one that took me to Little Mermaid when I was little, so I might as well take her to Little Mermaid now. Okay, yeah. So read a banned book. Read at least one banned book this summer, please. Audiobook, digital book, borrow a book,
steal books. That's what I'm gonna go the other route. Hey, fuck buying books and going to the library. Just start stealing books from like people's homes. Like
there's little free libraries.
Burglar your way into somebody's study. And really, take the middle encyclopedia.
I do not condone what Mikey says.
Take the S through SR part of the fucking encyclopedia. That'll really piss them off. And then read that shit. And then put it back.
I do not vandalizing public.
Just get Audible.
Or get Audible.
Just get Audible.
Much easier.
Or my libraries all have digital everything, so I just borrow from that. It's just easier.
Or go to patreon.com/thebinpodcast.
Well, we should just a book reading
and fund our new venture, which is a bin podcast novel.
Should we do a book club?
No.
Why?
Because I can't read.
We just said we got. How would anybody know the difference if you didn't tell them, Brenna? You gotta quit testifying against yourself. You're the only one on your team.
We should just do books that are actually movies, and then we'll just do the books, but they're based on the movie, even though the movies are completely wrong.
Like Lord of the Rings.
There's a website.
Like Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Great
There's
book.
a website or an app. Basically what they do is they read the book, and then what they do is they give you sort of like a synopsis of the book, so you can read like a 4-hour book in half hour. They leave out obviously quite a bit, but they give you just sort of the
all
bits
that
you
pesky,
need to.
all that pesky stuff the author just adds on for money.
Details.
Yeah, exactly.
You've
got to do 1,500 words a day.
The word requirement in.
Exactly.
It's elaborating for cash.
Because let's face it, if you think of Lord of the Rings, right, Tolkien's masterpiece. Now, if Boss's Chops has got access to the Eagles, why don't you just get one of the Eagles to get Frodo and take him to Mordor, and you fuck all the stuff in the middle? End of. So easy. Yeah.
Ring race.
The Eagles wouldn't want to go into Mordor.
They did in the end, didn't they?
There's ring wraiths there.
Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah, they had to wait for the Witch King to die.
Yeah.
And then once the Witch King was dead, they went.
Well, if them two little midgets can get through Mordor on their own against a big giant spider and still manage to destroy the ring, I think just give them a lift.
So, Wayne, what you're missing this. If you are a bird, and there is one thing in that land that can eat birds, it's a dead dragon thing that shoots fire. Do you want to fight that or not?
Send in all the birds. They were double hard in the end.
Listen, I'm gonna let the little people figure that out, and then I'm going to fly in and help them if I can. But I'm not gonna fight no dragon. What the hell? A dead dragon? No, we good. We good.
Hang on a minute. One got his head cut off by a woman.
Oh, woke. Peter
woke
Jackson.
Tolkien.
No, she wasn't even in there for real like that.
Was she not? I've not read the originals.
Oh wow! See.
Oh, see, just proving my point.
Shithead who choked out that guy in the subway got indicted. Good.
Video was quite interesting.
Yeah, I mean, and then immediately after, the fact that he got to go home afterwards is buck wild to me. The cops sent him home.
Did they not take him to Burger King first?
Yeah, well, they said just you're on your way. They just got his information to let him go. Now, if I had done something, never mind. Anyway,
should be arrested for that haircut.
Anyway, that motherfucker.
All right, where's Shartan? We need this.
Played to more than 80,000 people over 2 nights in Stockholm, leading to an increased demand for hotels and restaurants. That actually drove prices up across the country and a bump in inflation for the entire month of May. Economists say this is being referred to as the Beyonce blip.
Not the Beyonce.
So Beyonce, like starting her tour in Stockholm, Sweden, created
she done broke Sweden.
Inflation in Sweden because hotels, transportation, food.
She shut down
everything went up because of Beyonce.
She shut the whole country down.
Like seriously. No, so one of the news reports was like a 40-mile radius of hotels were blocked out.
Oh my God, Shartan's gonna be trying to drive truck next week, and this is gonna be fucking asshole Americans everywhere blocking it up.
Like this.
Good, Mikey!
Out the fucking window. Wearing his kilt.
It's Beyonce's fault.
He just
he
gets a flat tire.
It's not a sport. Like it's not a major sports event. It's not a dignitary.
It's not FIFA. It's not.
It's not the
Formula One.
Not Formula One. Yeah.
It's Beyonce.
It's that girl from Texas.
Yeah.
That girl from Texas done shut your whole shit down. Hey.
It's like, oh my God.
Now you know what we've been dealing with.
Like we're blaming like inflation on everything. Like we haven't blamed inflation on Beyonce yet.
Because
maybe we're just doing the wrong thing.
Well, luckily
Taylor
for us,
Swift, we can blame.
Luckily, Beyonce does not aim her fame directly at the country. It's like a magnifying glass, and if she focuses it too close, she will score. Like Stockholm wasn't ready; they don't have the infrastructure. They don't have the infrastructure for the flood. They should have prepared for the flood.
There's very few places she could have played in Sweden because it's such a long country. So she's obviously just done Stockholm, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So I think she did 3 dates over here. She randomly played Sunderland, which is the most remote place up north ever. And she played a stadium down there because all my mates were going, I can't get Beyonce tickets. See the price of them? Fucking 240 quid. No, you're all right.
Yeah.
I'll get someone to stream it.
Taylor Swift was the same thing.
Mikey's doing his calculation.
Oh my God, he had this ready.
I got it one button away.
Mikey, you're getting prepared.
$306. Oh, $306 is a fucking steal. Are you kidding me? For Beyonce tickets?
No.
That is cheap.
I think like Taylor Swift was like
$500.
$1,000 or something.
$500
Yeah,
for the
well,
nosebleeds.
Plus taxes and fees.
Convenience
and shit
fee.
like
WWE
Yeah.
tickets over here are like £640.
that.
Talk amongst ourselves, Brennan, shall we? While Mike
suck my dick, it's not happening.
Wade's like, I'm just gonna throw
$808?
numbers out.
Yeah.
That ain't happening.
Like 832 quid. Go for it.
Yeah. I'll have two.
No.
You know.
No, I'm watching this at the crib. I got better camera angles at the crib anyway.
I'm gonna fucking get some moody fucker to stream it.
Man,
So poor Sweden's inflation, and it's Beyonce's fault.
That's probably why Shartan's not here. A wave of Beyonce fans pulled the truck off into a ditch. He's like, he's up in a tree, and he's like, it's not my fault.
They're
It's not
helping him
my
out.
fault.
They formed a human chain so they can drive down them.
It was just
Exactly.
the Beyonce threw like a towel out of the tour bus, and then there was just a wave of fans and just kind of swept him over like an earthquake over into a
Yeah,
tree.
there you go.
Nothing he could do.
While it is common for local prices to increase during big shows or events, economists say it's unprecedented for a single show to have a lasting impact.
This is not
Well, I mean, she's fucking levitating from the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this demands money.
Yeah, she ain't cheap.
You gonna pay.
Yeah, you gotta
gonna pay.
work. You gotta work.
Not everybody can see this show.
I'm gonna fill my water up 2 seconds.
Fill your water up.
Yeah, I absolutely love the fact that Beyonce, for Sweden of all places, like the economy, like Beyonce ruined the economy of Sweden.
Well, I'm glad somebody's fucking. Oh, where's Wayne at? Wayne's gone. Good. I'm glad somebody's winding their neck in.
Yeah.
And he can't do
That's the most
shit.
the American way of saying it. You
Man,
know,
you better wind your neck in.
winding their neck in.
Every time he says it, let's just mock him with a country accent.
Winding your neck in.
What kind of American accent do you think Wayne would have if he lived here? Just guessing.
Depending. I mean,
I know.
honestly, depending on where he is.
But what would be funny? You know, what I mean? I think Wayne would be funny with like a Boston accent.
I was gonna say New York.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like Long Island, New York, where it's like it's kind of posh, but not quite. It's trying.
Yeah. Like can't afford Manhattan, but likes to go into the city.
Yeah, like a Staten Island kind of feel to it.
That's Staten Island is a landfill with mailboxes.
with white
You work for
picket
the tourist
fences.
board.
Sorry, Staten Island. It's not like you have internet so you can see this, but if you ever do, when you go to the library.
Yeah. No, they have got the internet, but the lights go out if you turn it on.
So we got.
You sneeze, everything shakes.
So I found this today in my, because you know me, I take the night shift watching Baby.
Yep.
And I just find random stuff to watch, and I'm trying to watch everything on YouTube. I'm not there yet.
I completed Pornhub.
Hey.
Joys of being single.
About time you caught up to me. So what we have here is Bill Cassidy, and then I don't know the other two guys' name, but this I'm just gonna play it without comment. It's a 28-minute video. We're not gonna get through the whole thing. They get into like a Q&A somewhere around here. I don't know, somewhere in here. So and we can skip the Q&A because we're gonna answer all those questions anyway. But you're gonna be mad. You're gonna be mad.
After me, Grassley, then you.
Yeah.
You know what? Anyone with a college-age child knows that college costs are soaring.
Sounds pretty reasonable.
Not just for professional school, but for every school, including state universities.
Okay, crust bucket.
I got it. I get it. I'm on the same wavelength.
And they've jumped 80% overall at private nonprofit colleges, At public four-year institutions over the last 30 years, they've gone up 124%.
Okay.
He's
bringing receipts. He's bringing receipts.
He's spitting facts.
It's good.
You know what?
At least
I think I like this Bill Cassidy guy.
And there's research showing that the current federal higher education financing system actually contributes to the problem more than addresses the solution.
Bill, you better fucking tell him.
this is true. There's nothing wrong. No lies detected.
No lies detected.
Some colleges and universities have used the availability of federal loans to increase tuitions, and this has left many students drowning in debt.
He telling it like it TI is.
Yeah, they're just raising prices because
They can get the state money. Yeah, the state will give us up to this much money. Magically, that's exactly how much tuition is now.
Yeah.
So then the people who aren't getting that money, good luck.
With no pathway for success.
Get $25,000 a semester? Absolutely, we're going to raise that. That's exactly how. How'd you guess? How'd they know?
How much does it cost, mister? How much money you got?
Yeah.
Yep,
exactly.
that many. Yeah, that
Actually,
many.
we'll double it, so you have to get loans.
Yeah.
Biden's answer was to enact his $400 billion student debt scheme, which doesn't forgive debt. It merely transfers the responsibility to pay it back away from the person who willingly took on the debt. The taxpayers who maybe never went to college pay back their student loans, in some cases sacrificing lifestyle.
Now wait a minute. Hold on now.
Now the lies
I thought you just said that they were grifting the kids and charging too much.
This
But now you're saying
sounded
it's their
like
fault.
he was going to go, oh, maybe these universities need to
Be
lower
reined
their
in.
prices. Yeah, maybe he was going to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
maybe.
No.
No.
It didn't take long, but he turned on us.
Away from the person who willingly took on the debt.
Willingly took on the debt, Brenda.
Taxpayers who maybe never went to college.
This
pay
is
back
the
their
part where you're going to make me scream out loud. This is
student
what it
loans,
is.
in some cases sacrificing
Did I back up a little
lifestyle,
bit?
You want to back it up?
Back it up.
drowning in debt with no pathway for success. President Biden's answer was to enact his $400 billion student debt scheme, which doesn't forgive debt. It merely transfers the responsibility to pay it back away from the person who willingly took on the debt. The taxpayers who maybe never went to college pay back their student loans, in some cases sacrificing lifestyle in order to pay back those student loans.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm short circuiting right now.
I remember when my mom was trying to go to college, she just stopped paying for Netflix. That really saved her the money
Yeah,
she needed to
yeah.
fucking afford.
Yeah.
She stopped going to
So-
Starbucks.
Yeah.
So basically, again, like everything when it comes to commercial enterprises such as the banks, they're privatizing the profits and socializing the losses. So we're not going to, instead of going to the colleges and the universities and saying, "Wait, you fuckers, wind your necks in, right?
Wind your
Stop
neck
charging.
in."
What? You're naked.
Stop
We
paying
did.
for these.
High five.
Stop charging these exorbitant fucking prices, and maybe these kids won't be drowning in debt that way. Instead, what they're doing is saying, "Yeah, jack your prices up," and what we'll do is we'll put the debt onto normal taxpayers that didn't even go to college. So basically, this is socialism in a way, but they're still keeping all the
Yeah.
profits.
Yeah,
Well, no.
that's
what they're
capitalism. It's
doing-
socialism, but I keep the profits.
What's happening is that he's or what the GOP actually, this is their argument, is that you the taxpayers, not Donald Trump, because he doesn't pay taxes, not
Bro, when I saw he paid
not Kevin McCarthy,
$750 in
he
like
doesn't
6
pay
years, I
taxes.
was like, oh.
Not Ron DeSantis, not the GOP that doesn't pay taxes. It's the taxpayers. It's the real Americans who do it.
The real dum-dums.
Even though, like, first off, if you've ever had any student loans, whether it's been partial or full, you very well know that most of your what you are paying is interest.
Right. Why is there interest on a student's loan?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not a small business loan. It is a student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
How are you making money
the
off of it?
return on investment is different than a business. Like a business loan, you're supposed to have a return on investment. That's how you get the loan, right? There is no return on investment with student loans because there's no guarantee that you're going to get a job that pays that. So what happens is that then you have these students who can't get a job because you told them, you said, go to a 4-year college.
Yep.
That's what I was told.
You got to dedicate yourself to your books.
You get the 4-year college, and then when you get out of college, you'll get your salaried career. That's what I was told.
Okay. I gotta stop you, Brenna, because we got to keep going. There's more.
Oh God! See, this is
And by the way,
why are you
President
doing this to
Biden's
me,
scheme
Mikey?
does nothing to drive the underlying cause of the debt crisis. According to the Center for Responsible Federal Budget, if the student debt loan transfer goes into effect, students and taxpayers will be back in the same situation in 5 years.
Tim?
So, is Tim back?
No, he's gone.
left.
He's gone.
He's left.
Okay. Slide to the left. Boop.
Oh no.
Total debt
Doing
at
the
that
electric
point
slide
will
now,
be
okay.
$1.6 trillion.
Prepared for this.
So him is saying if we don't do this, then we'll be right back to where we started in 5 years' time. Let's hear what the plan is. Let me see if I can.
With a burden
break it
cost
down.
issue of debt students take on to attend the cost of higher education, and the increasing amounts of debt students on tuition. It empowers students to make educational
There we go.
decisions that put them on the track to both academically and financially succeed.
I'm gonna.
Sorry.
Here's one part of their bill, and I'm gonna give you this one part, and then I'm gonna see if I can just find an article with all of it listed because this is 28 minutes, and I'm not gonna be able to scrub through here and find it. I should have got timestamps. My bad. So I'm gonna go. So one part of this bill is you will have a person to send you stuff in the mail to remind you of your bill coming up, and they'll let you know how much you have left, and they will just annoy you with additional paperwork as opposed to doing anything. What was the other part of it? The other part was your anticipated salary from your degree will be taken into account when you're given the loan.
What if you could do a degree in media studies?
Who's deciding that? Who's setting what the degree, how much the career
Exactly.
is?
That's what I'm saying.
Are they going national average? Like how are they determining that?
I mean, even over here with the disputes that the junior doctors are having, junior doctors are the one down from like a consultant, which is a top doctor. You can go and work in Pret-a-Manger for less than what the doctors, more than what the doctors are earning. It's ridiculous. Because the amount of hours that they do, and because they haven't had a real terms pay increase since 2010, with inflation and that, they've actually had a 35% in real terms pay cut because their wages haven't gone up since 2010.
Yeah, I mean,
doctors, teachers,
Yeah.
lawyers, it's very expensive. They mostly take out loans.
Yep.
And you're expecting them to
Well, doctors have been for at least 7 years before they get into a proper job.
yeah. And everything's changes. Every single thing that they do, like every year salaries change. what specialty are you going into? Where are you going to? Just because you study at Johns Hopkins doesn't mean you're going to be there. You could end up at Doctors Without Borders.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. It says that there's announcing that the press conference, which is what we watch or we're watching. Specifically, the legislation creates downward pressure on the cost of colleges and universities that have used the availability of federal loans to artificially increase their prices, leading students to take out rising amounts of debt. That sounds fine. Yes, go after the schools for charging this fucking much in the first place.
I agree.
Great idea. Provides students and families with better information to choose right school and program to study to achieve the best return on investment for them. And what they were kind of talking about, they were kind of saying is like the school would have to like price it out for you. Like they should compete with each other. It's like, yeah, I know you want to go to U of I and get an English degree for $30,000 total. Well, we're going to do it for you for $18,000 total. You know what I mean? Like they should be competing to try to get students. And I'm like, that sounds great. People should be be looking for students. They should be, you know what I mean? The students are the ones that they should be looking to teach for a discount. You know what I mean? Compete over who can do the best job. Simplifies the student loan borrowing process to prevent students from unintentionally taking out more loans than they can afford or need. Yeah, sounds fine.
Yeah.
Ensures borrowers can navigate student loan repayment options without unnecessary confusion. What do they mean by that? What do you mean ensures? That means that they're going to make you go through 1,000 pieces of paper before you get money. They're going to insure, which means they're going to gatekeep.
But think about who's affected most by student loans.
The student.
What type of a student?
Good student or a barely making it student?
Barely making it. Maybe family doesn't have a lot of money, obviously.
No sports scholarship student.
Yeah, or you know, an average student maybe somebody that's
a B-
can't
student.
Get scholarships or can't get the
right in that middle ground.
Right. So and most of those students might be not wealthy, might have working families, might even have a family of their own.
Or they might not be able to get a job straight out of uni or college to be able to fund it. Because I know it kicks in after a certain amount. Like this is the example over here. You have to be earning over, I believe, 15 grand a year before you start. Or no, it's 25 grand a year. You earn over 25 grand a year, and that's when you start paying back your student loan. But you walk straight out of uni, and the only job you can get is working in, say, McDonald's, because you're
a bar back.
Yeah, and then all you're doing is you're getting that compound interest on top of your loan, so you're increasing the value of it, and then when you start paying it back, you're having to pay it back. It's going to be eating into you more, and also when you go to apply for a mortgage, the student loan is taken into account. Yeah. So it's going to stifle
your
you
credit,
because
your credit limit is based on as well as
what
your
debt
student
you've got.
Loan. Yeah.
So, and it makes me die when you get all these fucking boomers and Gen Xers going, "Oh, well, I bought my house for £6,000, and I can't. All you lot do is buy coffee and avocados." Oh, fuck off, mate. The reason that you could buy your house for £6,000 is because your annual income was would add up to 4 times that. So you could buy your house. Whereas now the multiplier, I believe the average house over here is 325 grand, right? So if you was to do 4 times my salary, I wouldn't even be able to get a shed.
Well, if you think about like we're talking mostly about like the boomer generation, and I'm not specifically talking about them as the problem. Boomer generation.
No, they're the problem.
They came out of the post-war, right?
Yep.
Post-war, you had
free everything,
taxes on everything. They had building. We built things, infrastructure. We paid for GIs to go to school. Like that was part of the whole thing. So you had a well-educated,
And they
you
got
had-
low interest loans from the government so that they could buy a house.
They actually got jobs out of either from the straight from the military or families, or out of that they actually ended up making money. They actually made money. And so that generation had all that going in. They had the money in order to like saving for college was a thing. Like we don't save for college anymore because it's never going to be enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the time you raised $30,000, by the time the kid gets to school, it's gonna be $100,000. Like there's no way. It's dropping the bucket.
So when the boomers, when they were born and they got they got college funds, and they were, their parents had, actual 401ks that functioned. That all this stuff,
unions fighting for good wages.
So by the time that they went into college, the boomers went into college, they had all this set up for them. Like taking out loans was like just making sure that they had enough money to, buy a new car. They had, and then they had the jobs afterwards.
My uncle, hold on,
they
real quick.
wonder why those people were the ones that tanked our economy in the 80s. Like they turned into the Reaganites, which then tanked our economy, and then they're mad at us because we can't pay these things off. You told us to go to a 4-year university. You're the one that told us to take out these loans.
So it's almost like the boomers are treating us like they feel like they're the loan sharks, like they're Fannie Mae now. So now they have this very condescending tone about our responsibilities and this, that, and the third. First of all, most of the boomers are still in the fucking workforce.
Yeah.
If you guys fucking had it all figured out, you'd be fucking sitting at home or fishing in your boat or doing anything but being in the workforce. Because there's nothing more frustrating than all of my friends from fucking high school going to college, getting a 4-year degree, and there's a fucking a caravan in front of them slowing up traffic. And what's the caravan, you ask, Wayne? It's some fucking boomer who's still in their job because they can't fucking retire. They're 7,000 years old and they won't
They don't
leave.
have functional retirement plans anymore.
Because this system that they set up is a fucking fraud. Because
they
working.
set up caps. They capped how much you could actually put into retirement. Now that didn't count for inflation.
Right.
That didn't count for the way that for problems that we've come across. So you cap your retirement. So now you don't actually have the same amount of money that you had put into it. It's actually worth less than what you put into it, because you stopped people being allowed to put in after a certain amount. So now you have people, now they're raising the retirement age again.
We're never going to be we're never going to be able to retire. Retirement age is going to be 187.
We don't have anything to retire on.
Yeah.
Did you see what happened in France when Macron just unilaterally raised his retirement age?
Yeah, and then they went on.
Fuck shit up.
It's gonna be some furniture moving up in this bitch.
We didn't get any of that information. We don't know what's going on in France. We don't know what's going on in France because they're not telling us that, hey, we can actually fuck shit up.
Yeah, but that's the
to
thing.
get our point across, because we can't, because they won't allow us.
You want to galvanize the left and the right? Raise that retirement age. Boy, that'd be pitchforks and torches from sea to side.
I'm telling you, the thing is, it's in France's culture. Ever since they got rid of Louis XIV, the storming of the Bastille and that, anytime the government start acting up,
I saw Les Mis.
Wayne's dropping some history on
I saw
us.
Hugh Jackman's movie.
No, but what I'm saying is
all about France people.
We get the occasional bit of news from over there. And like the French fishermen are on strike. Why? Just because they are.
And the fish ain't biting.
They literally blockade the fucking channel. So no boats can get through. He's like, no.
Oh, see, racist. Racist. Our large French populace in our chat. I apologize for Wayne State.
Which is what's really interesting about these whole strikes is that we're going through the Writers Guild strikes. We're going through Directors Guild. We're the SAG.
The train strike almost happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
we're
actually going through a huge major strike in which things are being productions are being shut down.
Yep.
Right now, and nobody cares.
So you better get on your Netflix now because you ain't gonna have fuck all to watch.
Exactly, we're not gonna have anything new for two years. We've done this before, and it really screwed up our entertainment.
The film industry was absolutely knackered, and they was putting out some absolute bilge.
Listen, I got the Mario movie. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Deadpool 3, they can't do any rewrites on it.
No.
Which means that they can't do improv. Ryan Reynolds cannot do improvisation. This is going to screw up. Like this whole thing, this Writers Guild and the SAG, so that's going to screw up our entertainment for 2 years minimum.
Yeah, Marvel,
I told you guys about that AI.
I've been watching a lot of stuff about Marvel because I'm a nerd, so I watch all the people that do the commentary on Marvel and the phases of all the films.
Yeah,
and they've had to stop production on so many things.
They push things. They push things.
Yeah.
6 to 8 months out of what they're usually.
The last 4 Marvel movies were all out of order, and the last series, like Miss Marvel, what was the other one? Hawkeye. They were all out of sequence. They were all out of sequence. Yeah,
because of the pandemic.
Hawkeye's the worst fucking.
No, Black Widow is worse. Black Widow is worse. Bro, she's 5'6" and she beats up monsters. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, at least Hawkeye's got trick arrows.
Dude,
you know.
I'm just saying, if something was like 7 feet off the ground, she's fucked.
Yeah.
But she's this super whatever.
All right, Mikey, you're thinking this. It's really got you.
No, between I'm dead ass serious. Hawkeye, Black Widow, and their treatment of Scarlet Witch has me really not liking Marvel these days. And I will watch the Snyder Cut and protest because they are like, Scarlet Witch. Why is there a fucking TV show? Why is she in TV land? Dude, does everybody not know who the fuck the Scarlet Witch is? This is an Omega level everything. Like, this is doomsday. Yeah. This is everyone dead. Not just, I'm floating a little car in the air with my brain. No, that lady is different. She is a witch. Yeah. You guys should be running. But she got jump kicked and then she passed out for 4.5 movies. So there's that.
Well, they're doing World War Hulk as well. That's going to be the one. How is that little green man going to break the entire world?
Oh, Hulk's a galaxy buster. He survived a supernova. I watch a lot of Death Battle. It's a good show.
Anyway.
Sorry, Brenna.
And the last point here is, I wish you guys would stay on track. Guide students against taking debt to attend programs that do not translate to higher paying job opportunities. So pretty much
liberal arts.
So pretty much, if you have any
African American studies.
Yeah, if you try to study anything that they don't do,
gender studies.
And again, I don't know who's
philosophy.
I don't know who's on this committee that's going to be deciding how much the salaries are going to be for these careers. And I mean, if let's say
theology, they can do.
So let's say an NBA player has to go to college for 2 years and he grabs a degree in 2 years. Does that skew journalists from now on? Are the journalists all expected to make is that going to fuck up your bell curve when pro athlete or student athletes actually finish their degrees? Is that going to fuck it up for you guys?
Did we just get raided?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. That's just Maggie turned up.
Hi, Maggie.
Hello, Maggie.
How's it hanging, Maggie?
Hello. Hello, Becca.
Maggie's from your side of the water.
Yeah, but she likes water.
Water? The hell is that?
There's no T in it.
Aluminium.
Fuck off.
If Tim was here, he'd aluminum right in your face.
Maggie in the chat says, hi, everyone. Just enjoying the rants you guys are preaching truth.
Well, I get a bit ranty on Thursdays.
Yeah, you should tune in every week. Stay away from them Stephen Larson boys.
They're nasty boys. But I'm trying to think of the last time our government spent like large sums of money to like bailout.
Oh,
the $971 billion bailout, and
I'm
then
just
all
gonna
those.
check my.
Remember those
Like, you
tax
have to
cuts?
be really more specific on who
I'm gonna
who
check.
got
I'm gonna
bailed
check.
out.
I'm
Like,
gonna
which
check my
one are you talking
archives.
about?
All right.
Are you talking about the airlines? Are you talking about the banks? Are you talking about the automobile industry? Like, what are we specifically talking about here?
And then I just remember I remember there was these tax cuts for businesses, and then that totaled like $1.7 trillion in savings for those companies. But then it says here that they want this comes as President. Oh, let me just go here. This comes as President Biden attempts to enact his student debt cancellation scheme, which could transfer up to $20,000 in student loan debt per borrower onto taxpayers, totaling an estimated $400 billion.
Yeah.
That is more than $1 trillion. I went to college.
Well, I'm glad you're not running the country. Actually, you probably do a better job.
And here's the other part that I hate to see overlooked. Because it's not just the students that would get bailed out from this student debt forgiveness thing. Like, I think that, yes, we do need to really rein in the schools, because the schools are the ones that are jacking these prices up, and the kids don't have a choice. They have to take a loan out. But the people who are really benefiting from this are the businesses, because you are getting college educated, desperate people who will do anything. So if you think for one fucking second, you think I took my fucking eye off the ball, you're fucking wrong, because you guys benefit from these college educated, brilliant kids, but you saddle them with over $100-something thousand worth of debt each. Right.
And
so now they'll do whatever.
They'll
do whatever you fucking tell them to do. I won't ask for a fair wage. I won't ask for a fair wage because I have to just, do what is right, because I have to make something. I have this tick, 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 tick debt bomb on my back. And I really need to, it puts people into desperation mode. And they use that desperation mode to take advantage of people in their wages. Later on in life.
This is why they're so scared of people like Bernie Sanders, because Bernie Sanders pushing for a $15.
You hear Bernie's voice start coming through there? Bernie tried to come right through his voice.
Millionaires, billionaires.
Brunner, I've been talking to people. Brunner, I've been talking.
They're saddling you with this debt. So straight away you're up here. So, and then you've got the companies that are pushing the wages down. So you're trying to get in at an entry-level job to try and service this debt. But you can't, because the wages are being driven down. I'm saying, we've got to let some people go. We've got to make pay cuts. Why? Because all the money's going upstairs.
It's not even that anymore. It's now that we have these rollback of child labor laws. That now you're exploiting children.
Hey, get that 401k started early, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't there an abattoir in Texas that got done for using child labour recently?
Abattoir? What is that?
There was an abattoir, like a slaughterhouse. Sorry for using French words. Yeah, where they kill animals.
No, they were migrant children. That's different.
They were
different.
right. Yeah.
That's a whole different thing, because
they were making the kids work.
They were making the migrant kids work.
Oh, get the bro! This place is bro. The earth is ghetto.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm sure it was down in Texas.
So Huckabee Sanders, she signs the law. It's not the migrant children working in slaughterhouses. It's the white children or the American children working in slaughterhouses, because they roll back child labor laws that allow children. as young as 14 to work.
Hey, they can blast them blood clots with a hose. They read The Jungle. Or actually,
Well, so
The
the-
Jungle is
they can't read
banned.
The Jungle.
I'm
It's
sorry.
banned.
I'm sorry. You're right. The Jungle is
Jeez,
banned.
Mikey, come on.
I brought up a
Aren't
bad
you-
word
Don't
book.
you learn anything?
So
That's my
is
fault. That's
when
my
it
fault.
comes to
Full
when it
circle, full circle.
when it comes
Shame.
to when it comes to the legal age,
Shame. He's
It's
got to shame
any-
himself.
Shame.
Come on.
Any
Come on.
moment now. I pushed it. I pushed it. It's coming.
Shame.
There you go.
Shame. Shame.
It's not my fault.
So with regards to the child
They
labour
can't-
laws,
they-
is
They can't read Lord of the Flies. They can't read any of these dystopia novels because they're banned. Sorry.
the child labour laws in America is it a federal thing or is it state by state?
State by state.
State really?
So Sarah Huckabee
Day by
Sanders
day,
in her
day by day.
in her in her state has rolled back child labor laws. So we had child labor laws that were like 16 years old, and there was very, very heavy restrictions on what a 16-year-old could work. So she rolled back that to 14, and like basically you just have to have your parents sign that you're cool with it. Like I kind of got a job at 16, and I had to get my school to approve that I was working.
Really?
But in this case, it's like all you have to do is get the parent to sign off, and there's really no limitations on what they can do. So they have they're like talking about like bars and factories.
Hey,
Yeah.
they got those little fingers.
Where child labor laws started.
They got little hands. Brenna, my machines keep jamming, and I need little fingers to get in these little gears.
And that's why children are so good. They have
Over here
the little
it's-
tiny
over here it's
fingers.
16.
They're so dexterous.
If you've got the parents' permission, you can go to war at 16 here. You can get married at 16. You can the age of consent is 16. You can fight. You can go and fight in a frontline war at 16 as long as you've got the parents' permission. And then at 18, it's
here.
free for all.
18 is an adult.
Sure it is. I don't think 18 is an adult.
No.
You're not an adult at 18. 21 is an adult.
24.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
24.
you're not like mature and like done with like your little fucking hamster brain until like they say like mid 20s.
It's 25. I think it's
Yeah.
25.
It takes a
is
while before you get out of the stupid. But this guy's young. He knows what's
Get
up.
out of the stupid. You never get out of the stupid. Come on.
Yeah.
I'll never
Boomer.
leave.
I'm
I'm
here,
here to
to
stay.
speak about being consumers of education and having the right
that's good.
information.
Because he's down with it.
To know
Consumers of education.
as they compare the
Yeah, listen to the turn of phrase.
The language, yeah.
Consumers of education. These guys want the product that
fuck
this
off.
business is pumping out. They're students.
Consumers.
God, and
You made us this way.
And
You
the-
wanted us to do
all right,
this.
one more quick rant. One more quick rant.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm very ranty about this because I didn't go to college because of the debt. I stayed home and I took care of home. My family wasn't in a great financial spot. The money was needed. I stayed.
Mhm.
And I was like, I'll figure something out. And then 4 years later, I'm DJing, and all of my friends that I went to high school with, who went to U of I, NIU, and all that stuff, they're all looking for barback jobs, bartender jobs, server jobs, because there was nothing to do. They got their degrees, and then they would try to get jobs, and they couldn't.
Mhm.
And then they couldn't. And then 4, 5, 6 years are passing, and then everyone just decided to make another career. But they still have to pay all that shit back.
Yep.
But they still have to
And
pay out the try that everyone promised us. This is the way forward. And it's not and it's not just when they're 18, because that's what I hate, that they keep saying like these adults make this decision. No, it's from the time you're like in first grade. They start talking to you about college and what happens after you're going to go to middle school, or you're going to go to middle school and then high school. And then you're going to pick a college, and you're going to go off to college and have a dorm room. And then you're going to go off
get
and get
married.
married. You're going to meet your sweetheart, and you're going to buy a house. and all this stuff is, and then have little babies, and then they'll go to school, and that's what they promise, right? But the reality is, I had the grades, I got accepted, the music program was good, I was gonna go into music education. It's gonna be this cool, nice, fun thing, until they say in 2006, I need 28 grand a year, and you haven't eaten yet.
Yeah.
That's not your books.
Yeah.
That's not your books. That's not you trying to get back and forth between Chicagoland and Wisconsin. Like, this is like, I looked at it, I was like, I can't do it. I was like, I can't do it because there's no way. It's over $100,000. There's no way I can pay that back. And I'm glad I didn't take it, because if I was a music educator, guess how much money I'd be making? Less than I was making at the fucking grocery store.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Like, what the fuck? It is a trap. It is a serious trap. And now that everyone's in it, and now that they're exposing it as a trap, you still won't fix the trap. Fix the trap.
Using that language, consumers of education. Maggie in the chat's just said, I was only able to afford college because of the state program called HOPE scholarship funded by the Georgia Lottery. When I graduated college, they upped the GPA requirements for it.
Wow.
And the same. I couldn't find a job. I got a degree in international econ and modern languages.
Come on, this person's not valuable. And here's the thing. And here's the thing. And this is the other part of it too. If you get somebody with a degree, your company needs to pay for that degree. It comes with the Wayne, if you buy a Viper and I fucking deliver it to your house and you lift the hood or the bonnet, sorry, and there's no engine in there, you'd be pissed.
Oh, I'll be
like,
chasing you down the street.
Sir, there's no engine in here. Well, if you want a fucking car with an engine, you're gonna have to pay for the engine too, because it's bullshit that everybody else gets a fucking write-off. Everyone gets a write-off, but they see these kids in this attachment to this American funding, and that's what they want, and that's what the big business model has been.
And we see like the money that higher education is getting is going towards what? Sports?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like sports complexes. Like exactly. Like the money is going to the wrong place.
Yeah.
Like we need actual value in education. That's the problem. There's no value in education because what happens is you can get highly educated, right?
Yeah.
I have a master's degree.
Girl, go ahead. What you saying?
Flex,
I'm highly educated.
I'm Idris Elba. I goes where I goes.
Well, let them know.
But that doesn't put me into that position where, again, it's like you go to your 4-year college and you're desperate because you have those loans, or you're waiting for the job market to open up in your particular place.
Yeah.
And so then you end up working retail or gig economy. And so your value has dropped.
Yeah.
You're not a valuable person. We don't value education. You can be highly educated and still not be valued.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, I work in community college, right? I in a community college. Community college is where a lot of education is going to go towards, because like trade schools, right?
Yeah.
They
took them out of high schools.
They took them out of high schools. So so now they're relying on community colleges, on trade schools to actually get these jobs. We have welding that needs filled. We have mechanical engineering that needs filled. We have I'm in the aviation department. We don't have enough pilots to fill the jobs. And these are just manned pilots. These aren't even unmanned pilots, which is going to be a whole different side of things.
Yeah, but you're ahead of the curve on that one.
These are just regular commercial pilots.
Brenna's actually coming to us live from a drone. She's on the inside of her super drone.
Exactly. But like, I'm listening to this from my department. You know, you sit through these meetings and you go, why am I here? Nothing's going to get done. one of the things that they're talking about is, oh, we need this many pilots. We need this many airframe mechanics. We need all these people. It's like, okay, who needs them? How much money is it worth to them? And where are they going? How are they going to bring pilots or mechanics or engineers or developers into these jobs? They're not doing it. They're expecting you as a student to go, you know what I need to do? Like, they need pilots. So now I have to spend thousands of dollars on becoming a pilot, and not even like, they're not even guaranteeing that I'm going to have a job.
The fact that the colleges aren't connected to the workforce at all tells me everything I need to know. Because if there's a Ford dealership next to a high school, he should be talking to the shop teacher, which isn't there anymore, or the junior college shop teacher, the auto mechanic teacher. Like, hey, if you can get me like your 5 best students, I got a job for them.
Yeah,
but that's not what happens.
I was speaking to a guy doing his
100% correct.
Yeah, I was speaking to a guy
sorry,
who was doing his.
I'm like, this is something I've been working on for a long time. I have friends who have been working on this to the point where they can't do it anymore because they're so burnt out. But Mickey, you are 100% correct. There is no the money in workforce development, which is the new thing, which is exactly what you're talking about. The money in it is not going towards the right thing. It's not going towards personnel going out and saying, look, we need cement layers. We need to train the fuck out of cement layers because we don't have enough. We're not going to have enough. In 2 years,
road construction takes 18 months because there's only 6 guys that know how to fucking pour concrete in the whole fucking
exactly.
county.
That's the thing. They don't have enough cement layers, right? So why isn't this workforce development going?
You got pipe layers, Wayne. I heard your joke. Wayne just put an inappropriate message in the chat. He said, "How about pipe layers?" And I was like, "God, Wayne, really? Not now."
There's not somebody going out and saying, "We're like, do you want to make, $150,000 a year?" Yes, I do.
Yes.
Okay, so you have an option. You can cement layer, welder, airplane mechanic. All right, welder. Okay, I'll do welding. All right. Here's money. You will get trained. I have a job for you. Like, I already have a site that you're going to. Like, I have a mentor that you are going to follow. You're going to follow this person to the job, and then you're going to get paid this much. They don't have that. Workforce development money is going in to advertising.
Oh, there you go.
At the college.
There you go. Perfect. That'll work. That's how I get the students into the college, is I put advertisements in the college.
I'm going, why are if we have all these jobs in aviation that are necessary, like, okay, then let's go to the high schools. We have 5 of them around here. Butts and seats, right? Butts and seats. The community college needs butts and seats. The high school needs people to relieve them of their issues with these students, right? They're overrun, they're overworked. Can't talk to him. Can't talk to him. All right. Anyway, this just happens to be something that I wouldn't call myself an expert, but I know a lot about. I know enough about that. The workforce development is not working, and so we need to change the way that we do workforce development. And if I have a list, if I have a specific number of pilots that need to be trained, why aren't we paying for those pilots to be trained?
They keep talking about like consumer, money, investment. Investing in the education of students is worth it. Mm-hmm. Even if 10 of them just blow it off and do nothing with the degree, if 1 out of 10 does something with their degree, it's fucking worth it.
Yeah. But this is what they're creating. They're creating this, like, uneducated, right? What did I say? How do you control people?
Fat, dumb, and happy.
You make them sick. You make them stupid. And you keep them poor. And that's what they're doing. That's what they want. They
Starvation
don't want
wages.
They don't want, middle class to lower class people getting into these 4-year college. What if they bring themselves out of poverty, Mikey?
No.
What if they make something of themselves? What if they're the ones now running for these government positions?
Hey,
because they're highly educated.
The most highly educated demographic in the country. Black women.
And
we gotta stop. We must stop these loans from coming. Look at the Grinch up here.
Yeah.
The beige Grinch.
And Black women are the ones that are saving us in politics, in culture, in everything. And of course, we devalue them. And
tell that to Sweden.
That
was Sweden's fault.
We got a comment here from Vic Stryker, who left us.
What do we got? What we got?
We need more doctors too. We're going to have 1/3 less doctors in 20 years. Government grants to medical programs were cut, and COVID caused a lot of turnover. Yeah, I don't know why the doctors would have left. After the pandemic.
Why do you think we're having a teacher shortage? I'm going to have to go back to the book bans and
let them eat cake.
Everything else we've been talking about.
That's why they're banning the books. If you shorten the amount of books that they've got to read, it's easier to teach them.
Oh,
there you go.
It's not even shorting them.
Let's read one of our 10
literally
books.
Changing what the history is, what the words are.
Let's open book number 1 of 5.
We're going to read the Gruffalo again. I know you're 15, but
I'm so sick of the Gruffalo.
We can't read the Lorax, so
I gotta figure out this guy's name so I can look up how old he is and what college he went to and how much it was when he went to college.
The quality of one versus the other.
How much loan forgiveness he got.
Students need clear information to shop around. You can't.
Sounds fine. Sounds fine.
Can't tell what
Clear
the final
information.
cost
I like
is.
that.
You want to let them know what the final cost is. There should be some transparency. That's fine.
I like that idea.
That's fine.
I like to know what I'm getting myself into.
Way the environment is today.
I want to hate you, Mikey, but I can't.
I know.
Read one letter.
I upset myself.
I'm having an ad break right now.
Yeah, I'm having
Are
an
you
ad
guys
break
having
as
an
well.
ad break?
Yeah.
From another one and know what the facts are.
5.
We need to get this information
8.
out. And
I got 8.
Yeah, I'm turning it off after this. This is the last episode with ads.
A standard letter.
Actually, hold on.
Look, both phones, both running ads right now.
Short-term will be
crazy.
fine. I'll talk to him later. Actually, they're off.
We're still getting them.
Oh wait,
Brennan,
hold on. I'm on my channel. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
So Brennan, what I was saying to you earlier is I was speaking to a guy who's training to be a pilot at Stansted, and he was working directly with EasyJet, and he's told me that his first salary was for the first 5 years was 33 grand, and 33 grand is absolutely nothing. Especially when you're flying that big fart pigeon all the way around the world, taking people on holiday, being that responsible and all that. I know, like most modern A380 and what was he? It was an Airbus he was training on, not an A380. That's a big.
An Airbus. Jesus, that's luxury right there.
Yeah, but he said
Those things fly themselves.
Yeah, he said basically all I've got to do, Wayne, is make sure I can take off and land. Once you program the plane to go where it's got to go, it will just take you there. But he said what I've got to do is I've got to learn to navigate through storms and turbulence and all that. And he's like, I'm responsible for all these people behind me, and I'm getting paid less than a tube train driver. Like a tube train driver in London, you're like 56 grand a year. But
yeah,
but the tubes, it's a closed shop. Like you can't you can't just get into London Underground. And it's proper unionised as well.
Oh yeah.
So
it's gate kept.
Oh, massively.
Yeah.
Massively.
It's almost like all the good jobs are gate kept. So you should go to college so you can get a real fair chance to thrive as a young person. Let's hear what Grumpy has to say.
So you got the true facts. You need to decide what college you want to go to.
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
Oh,
I got
morning.
Here's your best friend.
Since I've been here for 3 years, all I've heard is if you're gonna complain about something, try to fix it, and that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, we're trying to fix it.
Today, I spent
He's got an
almost 40
answer.
years in this business of education. I've seen the ups and downs, the good and the bad and indifferent.
He's a coach.
Business.
He's a coach, so of course he has a very specific slant when it comes to students and their loan debt.
And there's a lot of indifferent. So over that time, I've saw the cost of college go up and the quality of education go down.
And you've done nothing.
That's one of the main reasons I ran for this position.
Still didn't change anything, though.
You know, young people
What have you
are
done?
paying a lot more for an education than higher education and getting a lot less. And that's wrong. More and more of our young people are starting their careers with a huge burden of debt.
That's why they should dribble a ball or run real fast.
It's unfortunate. As a result, many are putting off their goals like owning a home or starting a family.
Oh.
Literally.
Hey, that's so good. Like that's
So
a
you
revelation.
you see the problem.
Yeah.
More humans to put into the system.
Debt is a problem.
More white Christians.
I need more serfs.
Democrats say the solution is just give away more taxpayer dollars. We've
Oh.
already tried that.
Lost
And
me.
folks, it don't work. We got to put some solutions to it. The last 35 years have shown that a government blank check to the universities.
This just in from subscriber Vic Stryker. Thanks for subbing there, Vic. Give me money now. Government money. Give it. Thank you, Tim.
To the universities has made problems worse. I've seen it firsthand.
Because you were a part of it.
Unlimited government loans have done nothing to increase access to education.
Not true. Not true. More people have gone to college than in previous generations. That's just categorically false.
All they've done is raise costs for students.
Not
whether they take a
education,
loan
that's the
or not.
problem. It's everything else.
Everybody's having to pay. Today, we're here to say enough's enough.
Yeah.
I'm here with my colleagues to introduce a bill called the GOAL Act. How appropriate that is for me. I didn't score many touchdowns.
I bet he came up with that.
Oh.
You know he came up with that.
He's so proud of himself.
Ah, chef's kiss.
Ah, Jesse.
It's the GOAL Act.
Not against LSU.
Not against LSU, that's right.
So he's a Louisiana State University football coach. So he knows a thing or two about the business of education.
He's from Louisiana. You never would have guessed.
Yeah, with that drawl.
That's a lot of money that goes into that program.
I got you one.
If
That's
you
a
only knew how
disgusting.
ridiculous that statement is, you wouldn't have said it.
Oh, wrong one.
That's all. There are plenty of things that are bad and wrong, but it doesn't make them fascist.
There you go.
But it's about helping our young people achieve goals, like buying a house. The GOAL Act would set a maximum limit on federal graduate school loans.
Oh. Wow.
See how what you're saying doesn't match what you're trying to propose at all?
Absolutely not.
He literally just did like the fucking carrot stick. Like he just tried to fake throw the tennis ball and we're all supposed to go chase it. I can't believe this.
A maximum limit on federal graduate school loans. A limit. This would prevent some of the worst examples of students being exploited for profit.
By companies who said your bachelor's isn't good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's all right. All these boys go on with scholarships.
Yeah, they're fine. Oh, and Tim says, well, I guess only rich kids are going to school again. Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
As it should be.
We've gone full
for
circle.
Schools to bring down cost.
Yep.
And to compete for students.
And soon it's
What
only
an
going
idea.
to be
It would
men.
also protect
Yeah.
students from getting buried in debt they can
And
never.
white men.
White men,
ever pay.
specifically.
White
That's what-
men.
This legislation is just one step to restoring sanity in our education system. It's out of control. We have
Sanity.
I love how he can totally pinpoint the issues and completely miss. Like he has no blindfold on. He has a Louisville Slugger. The pinata is on the ground, and he has broken the bat on the ground, missing the pinata.
That. Like, 4-year universities they're raising their prices, and they're not educating the students enough. And you know what we should do about it? Punish the students.
That'll teach
they're
them.
the ones that, you know what? They're the stupid ones that decided to go get an education.
Look at these dum-dums learning.
These stupid ones are trying to get more educated?
How dare you?
got our
These
work cut
thickos.
Yeah.
and all
These fucking geeks. He's such a football coach. Look at these nerds in their graduate programs.
Nerds
Foreign-
trying to get an education.
I dealt with
It's all about football.
I only dealt with 2 super seniors, and that's the longest I want to see a kid. After that, get the hell out of my college graduate student.
You can't throw a ball. I don't want to see you.
Think you can get a degree in World of Warcraft, boy.
especially the loan part.
Get a fucking master's degree in virginity is what you're going to get.
And as I said earlier, we complain about it, but we have
Round of
solutions
applause for that one, Mikey.
for it.
I wish
so
you could clip that and put that on yours.
So stupid.
We need to
Master's
pass all
degree in
these bills we're talking about today. But this legislation would bring a big step for all of our students.
No, it
And
wouldn't.
so I'm proud to be here
Liar.
with my colleagues to lower costs for students.
You're not lowering the cost. Oh, what's
We
this
all
guy?
believe that access to education is key to the American dream. But not everybody needs to make the same choices. And what's happened, the system
really diverse
has been
board.
gamed,
Yeah.
Not necessarily to benefit
Old
the
white man, old white man, old white man.
aspirations and achievement of a
Same
student,
accent.
but rather to take advantage of the fact, as others have pointed out, that there are virtually unlimited amounts of money available to borrow to go to colleges and universities.
Oh my God.
It's almost like we want people to learn.
Oh my
And as long as
God.
it's an accredited thing, like a class, and then there's like government money to help people learn or take these accredited classes.
Mm.
Oh my God.
But did you hear him say that there's unlimited amount of money?
Well, yeah, you and
Okay.
your fucking friends at all the universities have been tapping into that for fucking decades.
Yeah.
And guess who pays the taxes that gives the fucking tax breaks to the colleges? The motherfuckers who dropped out
Yeah.
because they couldn't afford it. It still comes out of your state tax.
And it's no coincidence as more money has become available and as the loans.
And that's the other thing. Like, they act like students don't pay taxes after they graduate.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck off, dude. Like,
And this is
I'm
the other
only in
thing,
here
this-
4 years. I'm paying taxes the rest of my life.
This is something that always gets overlooked. in any
Generation
kind
Z
of-
can suck it.
And everyone overlooks this in every debate when it comes to this, right? Now you are paying tax because you have something called a sales tax, didn't you? We have VAT, value added tax.
Yeah.
So every time that you buy something, you're paying tax on that.
Yeah.
So the lower your income, the more a proportion of tax you are paying because
Yes.
you are having to buy these items. And if you've got a very low income, you spend more of your money into the economy because you have to live. These fuckers, they've got everything they need. They ain't spending no money. They're just putting it with the rest.
Their only expenses are groceries.
Yeah.
So
Everything
when
else they
it
just pay
comes
cash
to
for.
the wealthy you are, the more money you can spend into actually itemizing your taxes.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
when you itemize your taxes, you can actually find tax refunds within that.
Yeah.
So because I am a middle class woman, I don't itemize my taxes. This is not some porno thing, okay?
It probably
Nobody
scratched
wants that.
somebody.
Nobody
It
wants that.
scratched somebody's itch. I'm sure it did.
Probably. But because we don't itemize our taxes because it's too expensive to itemize our taxes. It would cost us more than the taxes that we would get in refund because of that. So when you have a lot of money, you actually don't pay as much taxes because you can write off so much of that because of the loopholes and all that stuff.
No.
So
I made 20 grand last year working at the grocery store. Let me just take 2 weeks to itemize my.
I mean,
Am I gonna get
that's
shit?
like how much you spent on gas, like how far you drove, how many planes that you went on. Like they itemize everything when it comes to wealth, and so there is a huge difference between actual taxpayers because the poorer you are, the more you pay in taxes.
Yeah, 100%. Because at the end of the day,
according to your income, I'm not saying everybody.
No, well, the
pays.
thing is, I get paid all right, but I guarantee all of my money will go in that month.
Yeah.
And that means every time I buy anything that's got VAT attached to it, that means I'm paying a higher proportion of tax. And I've also had my income tax come out. I've got my national insurance, which is what pays for the NHS. And then anytime I buy anything like groceries, petrol.
How about tolls?
Tolls, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything like that, we pay taxes on. Vehicle duty, buy a beer, that's taxed, And then at the end of the month, I'm skint and I have to wait until I get paid and start the whole cycle again.
I'm just glad that, like you said, Wayne, there's a diverse group of young people with these ideas coming to the main stage and really just, representing a totally unrepresented group in this country.
It's like a rainbow. It's like a beautiful rainbow.
Yeah, they're ties.
And it's Pride Month.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's the perfect.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Beautiful.
I mean, there's no women senators who know anything about education, so I'm glad these gentlemen had this idea.
All those gentlemen are looking forward to their wives getting home and their wives have baked them a nice pie.
Because that's where women
waiting
belong.
at the door.
Yeah. She knows
belong in the kitchen.
It'll be a tart if she knows what's good for her.
The debts that students incur go up.
Wow.
That the tuition goes up.
Hey, that's his awful joke in his head. I just said it. It's in his head.
No, I was just expanding
Only I
on the
can
fact.
say those jokes.
That's what this guy's thinking. That's what he thinks.
The colleges understand that very well. Again, we're not painting with a broad brush and saying everybody is guilty of gaming the system, but it certainly happens. And
no shit.
All of the universities.
Well, I think you're just kind of thinking that the students are gaming the system. You're not
like that.
mad at the school. You're mad at the students, even though the school is scheming way more than the students are.
Yeah, but all these fuckers are sitting on a board of a school somewhere.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And his alma mater.
Private school. They have a gym named after them.
You don't think he goes down to LSU, walks around campus with his fucking Letterman jacket and his fucking championship ring still? There's no way he's not strutting around campus like a peacock.
He gets a private tour.
Well, what time are you guys having a pep? What time are you guys having a pep rally for my arrival?
Sitting in the passenger seat of fucking Biden's Corvette.
Oh, dude, I would love to sit fucking shotgun in that vet. That vet is sick, boy. I bet it smells like cedar.
Have you seen Joe Rogan's Corvette?
Or Metamucil? Huh? No, I don't care. Joe Rogan's a
65.
garbage.
It's beautiful.
Joe Rogan's a garbage person. He makes that car look bad.
the consequences of it can be dire. First of all, we know the Biden administration has said the best way to deal with this is to cancel student loan debt.
Yeah.
Well, you can't cancel a contract.
Yeah, you can actually. What law degree do you have, dum-dum? You can nullify a contract anytime you like.
Exactly. On most contracts, it says contract liable to change at any time and can be cancelled at any time.
Well, that's because they get these fucking Faustian contracts with these fucking students. They're just like, we got you. Nothing I can do about it. They got you.
Nah, now just pierce your hand with your blood and put it on there.
Yeah. Now bite your thumb. Touch the scroll right here.
And what they are suggesting, in essence, is transferring that liability to taxpayers.
No. Well,
actually does not.
wait. Yes, but not the everyday taxpayer. For these tech companies and for everybody, in my opinion, who is benefiting from these brilliant young American brains that they are paying all this money. No, you guys are on the hook for it. Amazon, you're on the fucking hook. You have the fucking cash. You don't pay shit in tax. Bezos has enough. We're canceling the fucking student loan debt with the money you fucking owe.
Yeah.
That's fucking owed, dude. Like, there's no one getting away with not paying as much tax as these guys.
And we're gonna broken record this thing, but like the PPP loans.
Yeah.
That got forgiven.
Yep. Marjorie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. Boebert.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Old Gilfy.
PPE stuff that was given to a contractor that was an MP's local pub landlord over here. $750 million contract, and the PPE that turned up was unusable.
Yeah, didn't you lose a very prominent Tory recently because of what he did with loans, taxes?
Yeah, that was.
Didn't Boris Johnson get effed in the A because of it?
Yeah,
But them's the breaks.
But yeah, he's just an arse. But we'll get to him next week because I'm sure there's going to be more developments over the weekend. We ain't got time because I've got to shoot.
Tim in the chat instead of on screen, Dick. We forgave billions in PPP loans and it was easy as fuck, and no one complained then.
Right.
But that's the thing. It's these young people will never learn
No.
that
They're too busy.
we are important and relevant if we just keep them under this debt, and that they have to keep coming
we
to
don't
mama
want
and
to teach
papa
them how
for
to
help.
game the system.
Look,
No,
I don't
they
want
just
to
need
have
eat their avocado toast.
Look, Medicare or Social Security is going to be defunct. My 401k is not going to make it. I got to keep working. I got to keep this grift on these young people. I got to keep sucking the... It's like, remember in Dark Crystal when the Skeksis would take the little potato people and like extract their essence?
Yeah,
Yeah.
squeeze it out of them.
That was a fucking grim movie when.
Yeah,
I loved it.
It still is.
Oh, that was it Tangina or the banging on about the Great Conjunction?
That's Ogra.
Ogra. Sorry, Tangina's a bird from Poltergeist.
Yes, I assume. But yeah, it's a bunch of Skeksis running around sucking the essence out of the young people, and now the little Gelflings are fighting back, and now it's like, oh, look at these Gelflings and their avocado toast.
Yeah.
Dude, and don't be mad at us.
Maybe they should, just do what they're told.
Put down that double shot soya latte. 30 quid.
Yeah.
It's the Starbucks that's causing us problems.
Yeah, that $3 in that drink. That was the difference between you making it or not. And most people don't eat meals if they have Starbucks. Just saying.
No.
You're too busy for food. That's why I need my Starbuckies.
The administration's proposals target those who have kind of already incurred that sort of debt. I'm curious what you would say to those
So our question is, what kind of happens to the students that have already incurred that debt?
who are looking at that $20,000 of relief and saying that would make a big difference?
And then they're looking at Biden's $20,000 worth of relief and saying that looks pretty fucking good to me.
For me, I've already incurred that.
20. That's
First,
that's a
and I
good
think
amount.
Tommy wishes to speak to this.
You said, let me go ahead and pass the mic.
There are already multiple loan repayment programs already in law for people who've lost their job, for people who go into certain types of
I was
work.
doing the pointing with a thumb thing.
For people whose repayment amount exceeds a certain amount of their discretionary income. And discretionary income does not include what you have to pay for rent and food.
But that doesn't do anything about the loan. It still sits there, and it sits there forever.
A cruise.
It's still sitting there. So you're not. So you telling me, well, their payment won't go over a certain amount. That just means they'll never get out from underneath it.
And your minimum payment is interest.
Yeah.
Like your minimum payment is how much interest you have. So if you can only pay the minimum, you're only paying interest, which means you actually don't.
You're not working
get
towards the
out of
principal.
debt.
You're not working towards the principal at all.
No, you actually are not.
Those programs are there.
And they don't work.
They're complex. And I think Cornyn is trying to simplify the system. But I can tell you, every president has come along and attempted to address this, and they've addressed it for the people that need it.
What?
All of them.
You just made that up. You just made that up.
People taking out loans.
Fucking word salad.
You just made that up. George Washington did not fucking care about fucking the student debt crisis in the colonies. You fucking liar. Stop being hyperbolic.
Under President Biden's
Sam the Eagle
plan, a neurosurgeon and his wife, the cardiovascular surgeon.
You pick the highest earners ever.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's take the president and vice president, for example. Oh, okay. Yeah, because normal people make it to office all the
4
time.
years of undergrad, 4 years of graduate, 2 years of residency. Like to be a cardiovascular surgeon, it's like 20 years until you can get to that point. Like
Fuck that.
That's a lot of education and time and energy. And by that time, you should be paid off your student debts.
And how many of them do you have in the country?
Oh, they're fucking dime a dozen.
Yeah.
No, I thought there must be a billion of them.
They're all over. You fucking can't throw anything out the window without a bunch of cardiovascular surgeons scurrying. They scurry when you throw things from the movement.
He's picked two of the most niche and well-paid fucking people
Cardiovascular
in the country to make his point.
Wayne, every time you flick the lights on, there's fucking cardiovascular surgeons scuttering underneath the fucking floorboard.
We're actually discouraging them. Like we're trying to stop them from breeding.
Yeah,
I got a bunch of traps.
They're like tribbles, aren't they?
Yeah, I got a bunch of traps in the garage because they like to nest in there. The glue traps don't work. They're too smart.
No, you need to get some sort of cardiovascular doctor pokeball.
Maybe making less than $250,000.
I just have Swede. Swede is their kryptonite.
But having a real nice potential to pay off loans in the future, they can have $20,000 knocked off their debt.
Oh,
That's
wow.
not somebody up to $250,000 as a couple can have $20K knocked off their debt. Now, that's not targeted
How much is
relief.
their debt? 200
That's just
grand.
kind of like, I'm running for re-election. I better get out there with the program in order to
76% of
grab some votes.
cardiovascular surgeons work for private hospitals, which means that they get paid way more than they should.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
From the left. And that I don't think the
Sorry,
I
this
don't
is
think
very
the taxpayer
intriguing.
should subsidize that. John,
I can't improve on that.
Okay. Yes, sir.
But this goes on.
This geezer looks like Boomhauer.
Man, that dang old yo.
The average age for a cardiovascular surgeon is 49 years old.
All right, I dropped the full
Sorry.
link in the chat down there. It's 28
Oh,
minutes.
there's fewer females.
If you
Okay.
guys can stomach it and you have some other stuff, hit us up on Twitter at Bin Podcast. Let us just send me the timestamp and I'll check it out. It goes on and on and on, but most people who are watching the show are probably somewhere in that 20 to 50 age range. So you get it. Like, you know exactly what the fuck is going on. You know exactly what time it is. You can smell the bullshit for this that it is. All that they're trying to propose is that they want to arbitrarily decide how much that career that you're going into would earn, and then that's going to decide how much money you get, so then they can control what your kids learn. But we're the ones that are grooming children, but we're the ones that are trying to control people. We're the ones that want everything for free. Man, it must be nice to be a Republican business owner, because I swear it is like a literal cornucopia out here if you're looking to take advantage of people. But if you want to do things the hard way and you want to be honest and you want people to learn and grow and be the best selves that they can be, it's a much harder task. But I think at least on this show, we're up for it.
Yeah, they prefer to groom their own people into continuing on their legacy.
Yeah.
So instead of actually educating human beings, they want to do all the educating. And they're I mean, this is what's going on. This is preschool to secondary. This is happening.
Yeah.
Post-secondary,
Brennan, your
university.
mic just dropped all of a sudden.
Yeah, you got real quiet.
I don't know why. I didn't touch
There
it.
you go.
I didn't touch it. Anyway, but this is what they're doing.
Hand
they're,
check.
They're creating their own.
Just saying.
All right. Well, anyway, I've got to go because it's nearly 11 o'clock at night over here.
Hey. We're a podcast. Stop telling people what time it is. You break the immersion. But we're closing.
I'm kicking down the full wall.
No, you're ruining the immersion. Let's wrap. Ben.
Okay.
At Ben Podcast. Follow us on social media. We have a Facebook, but we're never on there. Follow if you want. The YouTube channel where this edited video will go up in a couple of days will be there. Patrons, you get it first. Patreon.com/The Ben Podcast. There has been talks about me and Brenna starting our own show without the Euro boys. Well, the European and Wayne. We have a new gaming content coming up, talking about gaming news. That's called Ready Up. Hey, thanks for the follow. That's called Ready Up. Team Nade, which is the gaming team. Those things will be going. But yeah, a lot of good stuff on the horizons. The baby's starting to sleep through the night, so we can get back to work, get back to taking over the internet one stream at a time. So for Jartan, for Wayne, for Brenna, I'm Mikey Famine. I love you forever. We're gonna raid out, so let's just play the intro video. Fuck it. Bye.
Bye.
Chef's kiss.